Hey there, friendlies. How's up? Welcome to the 8th of April edition of the BB&B podcast, where we got bevies, we got blades, and if the spirit so moves us, as it should, we will discuss some bushcraft or bushcraft adjacent subjects. Do I have something specific to talk about tonight? No. I do kind of have an idea for an upcoming episode that I have to sort of keep working on. If you want, I'll tell you about that after I'm finished the rest of the intro. So before I go looking at the side chat and see who's hanging with us, I would just like to do the usual housekeeping. And that's the part where I say that if at any point tonight you love what you're seeing, you're hearing, the conversation going on right about there, or in the side chat, then I invite you to hit the smiley thumb. If at any point tonight you really don't like what's going on, you think I kind of suck, that's okay. The frowny thumb works just as well. And if you would like to take a more active role in supporting the channel and keeping that light on, then I invite you to check out the join button right there. Right click on it, open it in a new tab, and there you will see the 2 tiers of membership that are open to you, as well as what each tier gets you for your hard-earned cash. Okay. So let's just check out who's kicking back with me here. So Peanut Trucker was the first one in at 8:41, which is fast because I believe that this page went up at 8:41. So he's on top of things here. He's in Corbin, Kentucky right now, showing that on the screen. By the way, Peanut Trucker is a channel mod, so be nice. Straight north in Knoxville. Okay, I've seen Knoxville on a map, so I know where that is. He says it's clear and cold. Snowed on him in Wisconsin. It's been snowing on me all day, and we're like here now. Actually, we're a bit more than that at this point. And it's apparently supposed to keep going tonight. So, dear universe, dear Mother Nature, dear Gaia, it's April. 4 degrees Celsius. Oh, okay. That for down there is cold. So today it has been, I think our low was -5 and our high, let me just check. Right now it's -4, but feels like -10. Thank you, wind chill. And yeah, our high today was 3 and our low was -5. So it's taking a bit of a dip and it's a lot snowier than it has been. David Evans popping in, Mr. Number 2, David Evans. Oh, that sounded so wrong in my head. Or as I said, I was like, don't say that. David Evans is a channel hero and a channel mod. Mark Davidson's third in. How's it going? Mark is a channel hero. You're just 90 minutes south of me, he says. So is that 90 minutes at 55 miles per hour? Because when someone says like, oh yeah, Toronto's 5 hours from X or whatever, it's sort of in this 100 kilometer an hour kind of mindset. But Marcus is saying hi to everyone, by the way. How's it going, Marcus? Marcus is also a channel hero. Nice to see you. I showed Marcus. So offline, or well, online between Marcus and me, but like not as part of a live stream. Marcus had asked me for some cocktail glass suggestions. And so I was like, I hunted down, I did a little research. I was like, what were we talking about? Because it was something we had talked about on a live stream. I was like, what glasses are we talking about? And he couldn't remember either. So he said, okay, what kind of stuff are you planning to make? And so I did a little research. I looked, I believe, in only Canadian sources so that there wouldn't be tariff nonsense. And while finding him some great ideas, I got distracted at the Alambica online store and ended up buying some stuff. Anyways, they arrived today and they're very nice. 2 coupes, which is what you would, I guess, consider the traditional cocktail glass, right? Wide stem, not like those stupid Cosmo glasses, but very nice, very tickety-boo. And then 2 rocks glasses, because I only have double rocks glasses, and it kind of feels like you're drinking a bucket of booze. So standard size, 250 ml rocks, 320 mil rocks glasses. They're not quite as nice, but they were a whole lot cheaper. They were like $9 each. But like they're not, there's a seam in them, and like really nice crystal is seamless. Still nice glasses though. They're still gonna look great when I'm making drinks on screen. So yeah, so Marcus was a bad influence on me. I have no regrets. Marcus also says he doesn't think spring is coming. It's coming. It's coming. I smelled it. I heard birds, the robins and stuff, and other things. Canadian popping in, dropping a thumbs up. Nice to see you. Hey, do I have any thumbs ups yet? He said, knowing full well that he has to reload the. No, I'm not reloading the page because I popped at the chat. Somebody tell me how many thumbs ups we got and how many people are kicking back with us. I think I've got 14 people. Boom, 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 bam, bam. Country boy in the house saying hi. Pick me up some bourbon and drive it over here. He's saying all the way over there. I'll tell you what, if Peanut Trucker says yes to that, I'm going to have him come on up here too. Kidding. Everyone's just started saying hi to each other and calling each other heroes. There we go. There we go, Marcus. Dropping the epic truth bomb there. Everyone here is my hero. Ever tell you you're my heroes? Did forget to mention that Country Boy is a channel hero and a channel mod, so be nice on my behalf to everyone who's a channel hero right now. Speaking of heroes, there's Destiny saying hi to all the boys, except not me, Destiny. I'm being left out on my own live stream. Destiny, why you gotta be hating? Why you gotta be cutting me so deep? Qu'est-ce que tu manges? Christy in the house. Oh, goodness, she knows. Who else is with us? We got Sean in Alaska in the house. He's eating dinner while watching. I had supper was an absolute. It was like, you want these leftovers? Sure, you can have those, kid. You want those leftovers? Sure, you can have those. I had like leftovers of some like fried chicken, breaded fried chicken nuggets. It was not a good night. Traffic. I don't know what the hell happened, but I was home late, and so supper was ramshackle, which is too bad because last night I kind of rocked the show. But anyways, what are you having, Sean? What are you eating? Chances are it's something meat related, something foresty, like something lumberjacky. I like your meal choices. Just saying. Okay, everyone's just started saying hi and enjoy your supper, and more hi and more enjoy your supper. I'm looking to see if there's any names I haven't said hi to yet. There's one. Russell popping in. I think the topic tonight should be late night knife buying. No, at least maybe not. I did just spend. Why did I do this? I just spent some money on a special mic that attaches to my phone because I missed having a mic on my phone, like an external mic. I don't know when it's coming though. Hey, look who's here. Susie Q in the house. How you doing? By the way, as I haven't been saying, Christy is a channel hero. Destiny, I've already said, is a channel hero. Russell is a channel hero and a channel mod, so be very nice. Nice to see that Destiny did say hello to me, which is good. I'm tired, but I'm having I have a positive state of mind tonight. Positive. I feel positive. That's the kind of state of mind I have tonight. Everyone just said hi. Country Boy says, "What's wrong with a bucket of booze?" No, there's nothing wrong with it. But well, halfway through the bucket, you're on the floor. I wanted a normal sized rocks glass. Now, here's the thing. I have those of you who watched my. Did I dream that or did I actually do that? I may have shown off my my Norlin rocks glasses on my last Dribs and Drams live stream where I was making all those cocktails. That's a very nice size glass. I kind of got buyer's remorse for buying those glasses. Though. Like every time I take them out, I kind of feel like I should be drinking something with like edible gold foil in it or something. Like it's just they're too fancy for me. And like so the rocks glasses that I bought were $8.95 each Canadian, and those freaking Norland glasses were 67 each Canadian. No, there was a 50% off sale, so I got them 67 for both. And so like whenever I take them out, I'm like, oh my god, I hope I don't drop one of these. And they can't go through the dishwasher, and I keep them in the boxes, so it's a drag just trying to take one out to put a drink into. Boom, bam, boom, boom, bam. David froze his arse off this morning when he went to get some firewood. I also was chilly today. Scott, are you drinking Old Forester tonight? Says Christy. Destiny is texting David. You guys swapping numbers behind my back? What's going on? What's going on there, ladies and gentlemen? Everyone just getting friendly? Marcus. So I was listening to hold on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. See, she wasn't gonna leave me hanging for long. How late am I? That was 9:08. We're at 9:13. Okay, I'm not too bad. I ain't too bad. Ain't too bad. Where's Russell? Lumberjacky entered into the quotable words. Nice to know you still got that notebook going. Sean says breakfast for supper: sausage fresh from the coop, eggs, hash browns, and toast. Sounds pretty damn good, actually. So this morning, I rocketed off to work. Didn't have time for breakfast, so I stopped at A&W and got a breakfast sandwich, like a sausage patty on an egg on an English muffin, garbage American cheese. What else is on there? Oh, some bacon. Hash brown. I just thought of something. Does everyone here know what I'm talking about when I say American cheese? Like that's a term we use around here, but I just assume that our terms are used everywhere. It's cheese slices. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those flippy flappy. They come in a plastic wrap thing. Anyways, Sean, I completely support your supper choice tonight. Destiny is asking how the Ray is doing, of course. Destiny says toast with butter is life. I do not use butter on almost anything. Virtually never. I will, if I'm doing pork chops, I will start with a neutral oil and then I'll throw in a little butter, just like when you're doing the basting with the spoon for flavor. But I for toast, I just put like I slice some like marble cheddar or something, or brie on toast, camembert on toast, those on toast. Yeah, man, that is some good stuff. I was about to go somewhere else after this, but censored myself because I don't think we're far enough into the live stream yet for me to really get away with dropping an SH bomb. He hurt his back again. How did Ray hurt his back this time? Exactly. I'm with David and Sean. There's nothing wrong with having breakfast for supper. Mark, yeah, you showed me a picture of flooding down around there, eh? It looks pretty dramatic. But like, how deep is it? Because an aerial shot doesn't really tell you, the cars are all buried, or if it's like, okay, or if it's like, this. You know what I'm trying to do here. Is it like deep flooding? Like, are the barrels in the distilleries underwater? Oh, but it's receding, you said. Okay. Yeah, okay, so Ray is mobile, he just has to watch out. Okay. Man, doing your back end can be bad because it can be the start of like just a lifelong of there it goes again. Christy says it is hot here. 93 Fahrenheit today, going to be 100 Fahrenheit by Saturday. But I will be in Denver seeing the grandkids. So 100 Fahrenheit is like, what is that, 40, 41 Canadian? That's still stinking hot. That's still stinking hot. Yeah, I saw a picture of the cheese you made. I'd like to try making cheese one day. What kind of cheese is it that you make? I've totally forgotten. Like all I ever remember is images. You could have given me the entire recipe at the bottom of that post, and I wouldn't remember it. I'm just seeing. Christy is drinking Old Forester tonight. Nice. Good to see. What do I have here? I have the Lindoras. Guess that's what I'm having. I think I had that last time, didn't I? It's from the barley is from Fife. The cask type is bourbon, sherry, and a wine barrique. 46% alcohol by volume. European size bottle of 700 ml. Which makes sense since it's from Scotland. Russell had a sub today. Nice. Did you go? I guess you went to town. Destiny. It's good to know he's vulnerable. I mean, mobile. Yikes. Destiny, for God's sakes. Sean. Okay, so yeah, you guys call it American cheese too. Okay. I just wasn't sure if I'd use something that was going to piss people off or if it's like a known term. Country was just drinking beer tonight. Work is stressing me out and it's pissing off. Your acid reflux. Oh, man, that sucks. Work's been really doing me in lately, too. Jesse, trivia. I cannot eat olives. You guys know about my fish allergies, but I don't know if I've ever mentioned that I cannot eat olives either. I'm okay with olive oil, which tells me one of two things. Either A, olive oil is a lot more processed than they let us think it is, or B, I don't know. I'm just sort of saying, there we go. There's someone, Hike with Mike, popping in, saying hi. How you doing, Hike with Mike? Mike, how's the weather down there? You getting flooded? Is Florida getting flooded? I'm asking because Mark sent me some pictures of some flooding around his place. Homie in the house. Homie who every now and again buys a bunch of equipment that makes me absolutely swoon. A glass of water. How you doing, homie, tonight? How are you doing tonight, homie? What the hell? What was that, Jess? For God's sakes. Okay, people are saying hi to homie. Yeah, I don't know. I cannot eat olives. It's not Destiny. It's not an allergy because like I don't go into anaphylactic shock or anything, but they do come right back up immediately. Like no delay at all. I've learned very quickly to not test it. Good, I'm doing. I think he's making fun of me of the way I said everything bass backwards. But I'm good. I'm glad to know that you're doing well. Hike with Mike says the weather is perfect right now. That's good. That's great. I'm trying to drink some water because I feel a little dehydrated lately. Yeah, he knew what he was doing. um, Look, if it was an actual allergy, then why would I be able to handle olive oil? I don't know what it is, but I do know that if I ate an olive, in fact, I was eating a piece of pizza once. I had bought a piece of pizza in a mall, and like this pizza up here is veggie with all these olives on it. This is the all dressed down here, and like an olive fell, or maybe it got probably happened at one point, like while they were adding stuff to pizza, cooking because it was under the cheese. Surprise, motherfucker! You got a new one. What'd you get? Did you send me a picture? Am I bet to show something to the peeps? Because it wouldn't be that axe yet. So what do you got? Destiny saith, our weather's been mood swinging like it always does in the prairies. 23 Celsius yesterday and 13 today. It's been kind of moody here too. I mean, like, I don't know why we're suddenly getting snowed on and cold at the weekend. So on Sunday, we went to a cabana sucre. I think we've established what the translation for cabana sucre is, but I don't. Sugar shack. My problem with calling this a sugar shack is that brings to mind like a traditional little old sugar shack, and this is a big honking place. Um, Crowded as hell. We lined up for like an hour and a half to get in. Lineup went all the way around the place. And I badly misjudged the jacket I was wearing because it had been really balmy the day before. Like on Saturday, it was pretty balmy. The temperature went down a lot on Sunday, and we were getting rained on. So I was really happy to get the hell inside. Um, but yeah, it's this place called Constantine. La Famille Constantine, I think. Hold on. Let's see if I'm getting that right. Cabana à Sucre Constantin. Yeah. So, I mean, like, it's huge. It's expensive. They make their own products like preserves, ketchup. I mean, traditional ketchup, not like that Heinz crap. Um, Pudding chômeur, which is like a bread pudding with a maple and cream sort of sauce on it, which is so good. Um, Sausages, like they have a store where you can just buy all these frozen meals as well. Um, Hold on a second. In fact, I will now share the website with you guys because I'm just that kind of giving individual. So, I mean, the picture on the front of the thing makes it look like it's like this tiny little place, but it's ginormous. Why am I talking about constant? Oh yeah, because our weather, like where Destiny lives, has been sort of up and down, all that stuff. Saying hi to. How about cilantro? Yeah, I can totally eat that. I know it doesn't taste like soap to me. I love, like, man, we don't do tacos without a little fresh coriander on there. Can you eat pine sap? Of course you can eat pine sap. I mean, you can chew pine sap, right? You can make syrup from all of those trees as well, you know. You can make like a birch syrup and all that stuff. Destiny, Sugar Shack was the nickname for the first boyfriend. I don't even want to know. Mike says, been so darn busy, no time for camping. So today, I was listening to a couple of podcasts, driving to work and then driving home. They were both, whatever the name of the podcast from the Royal Canadian Geographical Society is. Is it called the Explorer Podcast, I think? So I was listening to Explore, and they've had this series of episodes specific to paddling, to canoeing. Um, this was episode 3. Episode 2, I believe, was actually Justin Trudeau. Episode 1, I don't remember. But, like, people who are big paddlers, and have a lot to say about it. And, the episode I was listening to today was, what the hell's his name? Oh, crumbs. He's kind of a big name Canadian journalist. Also, has written a lot of books, including 2 about canoeing in Canada. But anyways, like, these 2 live streams, podcasts in the same day were just like, I'm driving through the snow to go to an office, and these guys are talking about paddling the Yukon River, or the Mississippi, or like these legendary Canadian wild rivers. I'm thinking, like, how would my life have been different if I'd gone for it 30 years ago? Just gone for it. Just, you know? Think about that a lot, actually. So yeah, and like these were giving me like a real jonesing to get to the woods. Unfortunately, I recently started looking for campsites at the national parks here, the SIPAC. Forget it. There's nothing. There is nothing. We were way too late. You got to get on it in October, and I didn't because I forget everything until it's way too late. So I don't know what I'm going to do for camping this year. I was really hoping to get out there so I could shoot some videos and stuff, but I don't know what I'm going to do. Peanut trucker taking the bait. You shouldn't. Don't do it. Ah, guys. Okay, so Homie Omi got a Bark River Bravo 1.25 LT in crewwear with a full height grind and black canvas micarta. So that's flat grind. Crewwear. So isn't that one of those super steels? Sounds like a cool knife. Man, you must have a full toolbox now, because that's not the first knife you bought, or the second. You got a really good toolbox happening there. Lots of cool stuff. Hike with Mike says a sugar shack is a term that has a shady reputation in the States. Huh. Interesting. So, well, what do you call a maple tree farm where they make syrup? I mean, I guess they probably don't do that in Florida, but I'm not looking it up on Urban Dictionary. So the fact that in English, when you take a class of the sugar shack, the fact that they call it sugaring off is probably suddenly really awkward. Oh, it's a full height convex. Interesting. A good a good convex grind really brings the strength too. I have virtually nothing. I have 2 convex knives. I'm very bad at sharpening convex, which makes no sense. Just because all of my experience so far has been Scandi, except for those 2 knives. So it's just what I'm used to. I'm just rolling to the bottom. Looks like I have caught up with the Chitty McChat, which is nice to know. At the ripe old time of what? At the late hour of 9:30. Oh, I finished my water. Good thing I have tea. Homie sent me a picture. Now, if I just gonna be careful because I accidentally showed a name during a recent live stream, so I'm gonna be real careful. Freaking huge. What is that? A 7? 7 inch, 8. How many inches is that? It's very nice though, and I like that sort of paddle looking sheath too. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. I mean, it's a lot bigger than I tend to use, but I keep thinking about this guy who doesn't do YouTubes anymore, but he he was into big choppers. He didn't carry an axe, and because in the forest that he lived in or camped in, around where he was, a big chopper just made more sense. He was like one step away from needing a machete kind of thing, and he said, "Like down here, an axe? No, you need a big chopping knife, a big honking knife." And like so, all of his knives were these huge monsters, big old choppers. Um, hold on. Oh, Chris says my signal is crap tonight. I keep getting the spinning wheel just trying to hang on. Yeah, I hate that. I really hate it when my signal is crap and it's sending out this like pixelated garbage. I'm like, ah, but I do not think. I think it's okay. Hey, look who's here. Dauber in the house. How's up, Mr. Oh, hey, Dauber. Yeah, I believe Canadian did go on a cruise, or he's about to go on one. I don't remember. Russell, are we ordering knives? And don't you even tempt me. Like, don't make me go to bushcraftcanada.com right now. I don't even know what I would order if I were to order a knife. Like, I don't even know what I would get. Like, um, they changed their website and I don't like it. Like, if I was to get, like, if I was realistically to add a knife to my toolbox, um, and I'm not spending massive on like a Jackalow or something. He doesn't ship out of the UK anymore anyway, so I guess that dream is dead. It would either be like a Nesmuk or a Kephart. But with the reality of the way things are, it would have to be something European or Canadian made. Man, I'm jonesing for a Falkneven F1, but I already have one. It's just I want to get one in like LMAX or something. I'm trapped in the Falknevens and I just keep getting distracted by them. But like on Bushcraft Canada, there was a Finnish company, if I remember correctly, that was making a Nesmuk that like a kit, which would be like, woo, cool knife and content. Because maybe I should start making content again. It's tough being burnt out, man. It really it gets under your skin. And the world just seems so gray, you know. But I told you guys that I took a video making course on Udemy, and it sort of gave me the Jones to start making content again. I'm just looking at knives, and I need to stop doing that. I think Dauber just got a fairly nice knife relatively recently too. Hi, guys. Mike says it seems later than it is for some reason for me tonight. Must be tired. I'm blown, man. I'm exhausted. I'm wrecked. I've just been hauling at work. I worked really late again last night. You may be able to tell that I'm not my usual effulgent, scintillating self tonight. But Grace in the house, sliding a little late. That's okay. You're here. That still counts. By the way, what I forgot to mention is that Outdoor Dauber, who we haven't seen in a minute, no, you were here last time, is a channel mod. So be polite, or he's going to drop the hammer on you, as will my other mods, because they're so great. Grace, by the way, is a channel hero. Wow, I mean, it's a little under 5 inches. It looks huge. I like my knives to be 4 inches, so even a 5-inch knife is a little bit, but it looks like a 7-inch monster. It's crazy. My Russell will check me on this, I'm sure, but my Groman number 4, I believe that's like a 5 and a quarter or a 4 and 3/4 inch knife. I don't remember which, but it's longer than I generally like my knives to be, but I love that thing. I think it's a great knife. Looks weird, but great knife. Um, Mike says, machetes are good for Florida blazing through all the saw palmettos and palms in the jungly landscape. Yeah, yeah, I mean, that's where machetes come from, right down sort of around the equator where you got jungles and you got swamps and stuff like that. And, trying to swing an axe through that kind of stuff is not going to be useful necessarily, but like a nice machete, fine, works perfectly, you know. Um, Outdoor Dauber is currently seizing a new carbon steel skillet. I would love to get me a carbon steel skillet. My wok is carbon steel, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I don't know why it took me until my late 40s or early 50s, late 40s to get a carbon steel wok. Never going back because the one I had before was Teflon, and I've been really trying to de-Teflon my life. In fact, I think we've been successful. Oh, my air fryer has non-stick coating inside, but aside from that, you know. Um, Destiny is asking, Hike with Mike, if there's quicksand areas in or near the swamp. I never even thought to ask that. It's funny. I know quicksand is real, but I always think of quicksand as something that only exists in like comics or um, movies. Dauber is a big fan of Kep artist blades. It would have to be a Jeff White. My mini Nesmuk is a Jeff White. I love. Just let me look something up. Is there a yeah. He does like the English trade knife and stuff like that. Yeah. I was just sort of because I suddenly had like there's a French trade knife I think he makes and stuff like that. But he also made a Kephart, and I love the look of his like so basic. Like they look like knives from over a century ago because there are none of the mod cons in them, right? There's nothing fancy. They're just real simple, real bottom end in some ways, but I think they're fabulous. I love the look of them. And they're made with a real appreciation of historical knife making, clearly. But before knife making was stylish and like a $500 knife with curly maple and um, mosaic pins and all that stuff. I didn't know he made a Kephart. Or I guess Jeff isn't making them anymore. He brought on an apprentice at some point, and I think the apprentice is the one doing the knife making now. Oh no, everything just jumped back to the very start of the chat. Sorry guys, I'm going to try and find where we are. I hate it when it does this. I don't know why it does this. Drives me crazy. Okay, I think, have we caught up? Okay, there's an ad. It's a skippable ad. Okay, here. Hike with Mike says, unto Destiny. The only time I came across quicksand was in the New Jersey Pine Barrens when I was in Boy Scouts. I have never seen quicksand. Dauber, you got something relatively recently, not lately. It was a while ago. But I think it was a while ago, actually. When I said lately, not that lately. You've been looking for a carbon steel wok? No dice in the thrift shops yet. Yeah, I bought mine off of Amazon back when I was still buying off of Amazon. Country Boy says, I used to have an awesome carbon steel wok that I loved. The ex knows how much I loved it, so she took it. She can't even cook. Oh, that is particularly nasty. But like, I don't know if there's a Chinatown anywhere near you, Dauber. I kind of feel that you're not really super urban, but I would check out a Chinatown or a Japantown or any of those areas. Hmm. Hike with Mike says the exact same thing. Outdoor Dauber says, there's not much that chaps my khakis more than a modern knife maker calling a model a Kephart or Nesmuk, and it looks nothing like the original. Yeah, no, I don't like that either. And in fact, I've definitely seen enough sort of homage to Nesmuk or Kephart rather than like a faithful reproduction that I'm like, I'm not giving you my money. Ever. Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of. Dauber, yeah. What I'm pouring, just because I forgot to bring anything over, is going to be this Lindor's. Here's what I want to do. It doesn't have to age, but whiskey that doesn't have to age is 3 years old. I mean, I could, I'll just pour it out now. It doesn't hurt to allow it to breathe more. What I would like to do is that cork. There's no way that is good for the whiskey. I'm gonna change this bottle out, I think. I wish I could have like my little beer fridge right here and just have some of my cocktail making stuff right here, so that if hypothetically I got 4 new glasses today, I could make something in one of them to celebrate the new, to christen the new glasses. So there we go. So this is only in French, which means that the front is probably where the English is. Yeah. Distilled from Kingdom of Fife barley at Lindor's Abbey Distillery through our distinctive sister spirit stills and distillery bottled by our wonderful team of Lindor's people. So this distillery is on the grounds of an abbey that was like centuries old and fell into disrepair. And so they bought it and rehabilitated the buildings as a distillery. And I think somehow the families own the buildings for I don't remember. So much of what is written on whiskey bottles is just marketing piffle. Dauber is telling Destiny how to season a thing. Yeah, how often do you repeat that, Dauber? Because I've done it like a couple of times, but like online you see so much different info. Some guys like you got to do it like 10 times, and others like you do it once. And I know it's not once. I kind of feel that 3 is as far as I would go. Thing is, the way you season a wok is you pour the oil in, right? Like you get it screaming hot. You throw in the oil, you coat it, and you just keep it over like shrieking hot heat until the whole thing has changed colors. And then you take it off the heat and you let it cool. Wouldn't it be nice to be like whiskey when we get better with age? That would be so nice. Yeah. Yes, that would be. Outdoor Dauber says the nearest big town to me is about 25 minutes away, and the population is 27,500 people. Maybe there's not a Chinatown there then. David says, "Isn't carbon steel more prone to warping?" I haven't had a problem with warping. Howdy, Edding All right, Jim, nice to see you. I hope you're enjoying the live stream. My energy is really down tonight. Sorry, folks. But I got a cool knife. Just go for. Hold on. I'm waiting for that to pop up here rather than just over there because I want to put it on. There we go. Country Boy says, Jess, I just go for color. If you know your pans, you know the color that looks right. Sometimes it'll take a few treatments, sometimes several. Dauber says, I season 3 to 4 cycles for a new raw metal skillet, 2 cycles for a pre-season or used. And you're only seasoning the inside, right? Or is it different than a wok? Because the wok, you're only supposed to do the inside. And you wipe it down every time you use it with oil. Yeah, me too. Every damn time. I haven't used my wok in a while. I gotta get that thing back into rotation. Even with that top on, that too is not staying hot. I'll put it on my little hot plate. It's not really a hot plate. It's a teacup heater thing. Let's see if I can. Boodly boom, da bam, ba bam, bam. Is that going to share? No. Hold on. Add camera. Connect more devices to add them in the studio. It's not going to work. Like a jerk. Never mind. Hold on. Hike with Mike is out. I'm exhausted. Got to get some sleep. I support you in that. Absolutely. Mark says, you know, it'll give you some energy, but buy a knife online during the live stream. No! Outdoor Dauber says that carbon steel can be more prone to warping because it's thinner than cast iron, but it won't necessarily warp. Good to know. Oh, you do it inside and out. Huh, okay. Interesting. Let's make some cocktails. I'm not stepping off screen just so I can get the cocktail making stuff. I'm nowhere near organized. It would take me like 5 minutes to gather everything. Look at how long it takes me to get set up when I'm like, maybe I'll do a cocktail live stream now, and then I'm finally online like 7 minutes later. What am I looking? I was reaching for this, but it's not yet this time. Like I don't even know what I would make. What would I make? What would I make? What would go in those? So my coupes are 250 mil. That's 250 mil is a half cup, but what is that in ounces? Like how many ounces is a half cup? How many ounces? How many US fluid ounces is 250 mil? Maybe make a paper plane. I love a paper plane. Let's see. I don't want to do anything with bourbon though, because I'm getting low on bourbon and I can't replace it. So 8 ounces is 1 cup. So it's like a 3.5 ounce ish. Because 1 cup is 500 mil, right? So half a cup is okay. So it's a 4 ounce glass. That's irritating because the reason I bought those coupes is because I thought they were smaller than the ones I already have, and I think they're the same size. So if I made a paper plane, paper plane is easy because it's 4 ingredients and they're all the exact same size. And a traditional paper plane, a traditional paper plane recipe is 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, right? So you're essentially filling a 4-ounce glass, which means, by the way, that a paper plane is quite a large drink. Eight, wait, 4 fluid ounces is half a cup. Because Christy's saying that 250 mils is 8.45, but I think that's I'm getting confused. Why you guys got to do this to me? Yeah, Destiny is taken down. Mark, with good reason. Mark, who keeps sending me pictures of cool bourbon bottles and distillery news. One day, if the world gets uncrazy, I'd like to check out some distilleries down there. There's at least one in Texas I'd like to see as well. Man, my sinuses are just killing me tonight. They're not really killing me. They're just bugging me. Killing me makes it sound like I'm in pain. I'm not really. Outdoor, but Dauber tells me to make some happy juice too, but I just Destiny. Can you concoct a drink with tea, or would that be a flavor clash? No, you can make tea. There's a YouTube channel / TikTok channel called Gnome's Tavern, and so he's a bartender in Nolans, but he also makes bitters, and one of his bitters is an Earl Grey bitters, which I would love to try, but getting something like that across the border is nightmarish. But like, uh, the Educated Barfly on YouTube, he made a cocktail once, and I'm trying to remember, with, I believe, Lapsang Souchong, because he wanted to get a smokiness without going. Whenever somebody wants to add a smokiness to a cocktail, we're gonna add some Isla Scotch, and he was like, "No, I want the smokiness, but let's try something else." And so he used Lapsang Souchong, and I am dying to try something like that. Um, Bourbon Trail in Kentucky should be on your bucket list. If I can cross the border safely someday, yeah, I would love to do that. I'd love to try that. I am also, um, I would love to. I'd like to do a California wine tour, because I've done BC a couple of times and I've done Ontario. Both are absolutely world class if you're into wine. But yeah, Bourbon Trail I would love to check out. Earl Grey tea and Galliano. Crumbs. Hold on a second here. Where did it go? I would try that. I don't have Galliano, but if I ever wanted to find an excuse to buy some, I could try that, something like that. David says Bushcraft Canada is sought out of all their Groman knives. Life is over as I know it. So you'd have to buy directly from Groman, which means they might ship it out in a week and a half. Outdoor Dauber says 2 parts white cranberry peach juice and 1 part vanilla vodka. Is this a favorite drink of yours, or did you find this recipe somewhere? Destiny says, yes, you can. Have you ever heard of the Long Island iced tea? I don't think there's any tea in that, though. Is there? David's going to see a man about a horse. Lapsang Souchong could easily gift a person with a kidney infection from the dense smokiness. Yeah, I have a bag of it from Murchie's Tea on Vancouver Island. Apparently, the first commercial winery in the U.S. is also in Kentucky. Interesting. Yeah, I like me some Lapsang. I like me some Lapsang. 21:56. You know what we should have done tonight? I should have told Russell that we need to do cabins tonight. Um, something I like that was really weird. I was like, "Oh, talk about this," and then gone. Which is embarrassing. Uh, there isn't. There isn't what? What was I talking about? There isn't any tea in a Long Island iced tea. That's what she's saying, I think. Edward says that's happy juice. Goes down scary. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, Russell, like, did someone say cabins? Um, I don't know how many of you are on the Discord, but was it Jim whose son just bought land? The fact that my memory lets me down every day, all day long, just kills me. Like I can see the conversation on my phone, and I think it was Jim. Why am I not sure of who it was? I looked at this today. You know, Raspberry Rock says I have unlimited AI video generation. We could sit around just generating AI cabins. Like, how would that work? We describe a cabin we want, and it makes a picture. Jim says yes, that was my son. Okay, good. Oh yes, I remembered something. Makes me happy. Russell, do you want to try that then? Do we call a vote, or we just let Russell say yes, I want to do it, and then we let him on? What do you think? Oh, I do want to say one thing. If Chris is still here, Mr. Peanut Trucker, if you're still here, I keep looking at those pictures of like all those truck shows and stuff you're at, and I cannot believe how huge it looks when you got 3 of those things right next to each other, and like you and your wife are standing in front of them, and it's like this huge thing. Like, I know that there are shows about everything. Like, I used to go to a boat show every year, right? And if you walk into the conference center and you see a 51-foot catamaran with the mast on it, that's huge. But man, there's something about those big honking trucks. Like, how many of those shows do you go to in a year, or events? Not just shows, but I mean, because I'm sure that there's also like enthusiast meetups or trucker meetups and stuff. Like, hold on. Russell's going to try to test a few things before deciding whether or not to come on. Okay. Dauber says, if anyone's looking to buy me a birthday gift, I'm a size 50 acre wooded property with 1,000 square foot cabin. Yeah, my birthday's in May. Just apropos of nothing. Can we try YouTube channel AI generated logos? I guess Russell can. I mean, I'm an AI skeptic massively. I followed the Ed Zitron school of thought on AI. I think it's a money pit. I think several companies are going to go bankrupt. But yeah, Country Boy is saying what I'm thinking. We're the same size. Absolutely. Yeah. 2,200 hours. Cheers. I forgot to ask what Russell's drinking tonight. Anyone else having a drink with us? I know that there was an Old Forester happening a little earlier, and there's a beer going down. David, why would you want to do channel logos? Are you looking for a logo? Are you going to start making content again, or do you just hate my logo and you think it needs to be redone? Hmm? Yeah, I think all three of us are the same size. I would like to get some damn rain boots, some rubber boots, some billy boots, as we used to call them when I was growing up in Winnipeg, well, in Manitoba. Does anyone have like a killer rubber boot suggestion? I used to really want a pair of Hunters, but they're not made in the UK anymore, and apparently the quality has gone south, even though the prices sure as hell have not. So I'm like, nope, not gonna buy those. Even though I've spent 15 years jonesing for a pair of Hunters, and no, because they went into what the British call administration, right? Which in North America we call bankruptcy protection, and they got bought by a venture capital firm, which is an excellent way to take the guts and soul out of a company. Mm, Destiny, yeah, I like a cabin with a wraparound deck as well. Uh, Jim says, if I change my logo, I got to change a tattoo. That sounds expensive. I would like to have a designer look at my logo. There are certain things that I would like to change about it, but I don't have like a Wacom or Wacom tablet, and I just don't have time to make the changes I want. But I fear what it would cost. Okay, so David says, I think it would be fun to see how AI would interpret channel names and make a logo. Yeah, that might be funny. Might be fun to see. Yeah. And we'll come up with a new tattoo design for Jim while we're at it. Chris says maybe Russell can generate an AI logo. Well, let's see. I mean, he's running some tests right now. It may not work out, right? Russell says to send him a link. Okay. I shall send it through the Discord Ash. Oh, this means I have to put my cans on. Russell, I made you out of clay. I didn't really. That's absolute epic bullshit. I wish the sinuses would stop. Whoops. Oh, jeez. I just piss on a biscuit. I just knocked everything down. There we go. There we goes. Russell says, notes of, no. I'm at this. Dauber says, notes of caramel and vanilla drifting by on a hibiscus scented breeze, a hint of salt encrusted pineapple and smoked mango. Are you doing tasting notes, or are you making fun of my tasting notes? Jim is happy with only one tattoo. Thank you. I was going to say something brilliant, and I do not know. Do not know what it was. Yeah, so one day I'm going to get my channel logo. Just it's not massive changes that I want. It's a little bit of a refresh. I'm seriously unhappy with the shape of the trees in it. And I tried doing different stuff, and it just looked terrible. So it'd be nice to throw some money at that at some point. Oh yeah, he was making fun of my tasting notes. Okay, because there is caramel and vanilla in here because of the American oak, spice because of the sherried oak. I like my logo. It's just like if I was to change something, it would be the placement of my pens. Where the hell? So like, Fart Blaster Jr., really?
That's me.
Yeah, it's you. So like, can I get? No, it won't let me add this. I don't know why it won't let me add this as my camera tonight. Like it's worked before. But okay, never mind.
Hello, everyone.
Everyone say hi to Russell.
If you haven't already.
Yeah. Like I'd like the trees to be a little more.
Can't see that.
Yeah. Like more like. That looks terrible. Oh, hold on.
Ugly? Make yourself big.
You know, something, you know, a little more. What are you drinking tonight, Russell?
The usual.
Okay.
You never remember the name. It's the bottle with the handle built into it.
Is it Grant's?
No, you always say Grant's, and it's not Grant's. It never is. It's Gibson's.
Gibson's.
You're always gonna get that wrong.
Always. Christy, yeah, okay, so you see two logos on the screen. There's one in the upper right, which is the one that I just wish the trees looked different on. And you probably see one in the lower right, which is the one that I have for instances where I just need a really small logo. It's a very simplified version.
The RDB one.
Yeah, the RDB one, that one right there.
We can, I don't know, we can play with stuff like that. Yeah, we can do some interesting things with AI. I mean, the site I'm on right now it generates video. Does it generate just images? I mean, why wouldn't it?
Nobody knows. It's a mystery. But how would we design cabins on a video AI site?
So it does do just images.
Does it?
Okay.
I know that David was asking about coming up with logos for YouTube channels, like just sort of give it the YouTube channel and let it go. Which, you know, for a channel like Really Big Monkey 1 would probably be hilarious. Hector Davis says, oh, hold on, it's waiting. It's still refreshing. Now, granted,
go ahead.
I was going to say, now, granted, with Russell on the stream, now I could run and get my cocktail stuff. Outdoor Dollar says the bottle with the handle built in. Are you drinking maple syrup, Russ? No, he's talking about a handle. Yeah, the Americans call that an actual handle.
Not to be confused with there's a bottle very similar from Gibson's, but it doesn't say 12-year-old rare on it. It's not nearly as good. But here's the handle part. I don't know if you can see it. I can grab it.
Yep.
Like that and hold on to it.
So if anyone ever orders a handle of Gibson's Rare 12, that's the size. What is that, 1.4 liter?
I think it might be 1.4 or is it 1.7? Yeah, it's 1.75.
Wow. That's a lot of whiskey.
Yeah, but I'm up to the task.
Yeah, I believe that. I have faith.
All right, do you want me to start sharing my screen here and we'll see what we got?
I just want to say that Kristen, Crispy, says, I have come up with some names for what I want to call our YouTube channel when we finally start recording.
You do a YouTube channel?
That'd be cool. What would you do on your YouTube channel? What are the ideas, Christy? Yeah, Outdoor Dog was like, channel takeover. Is that coming back from the dead? Is that going to be a thing again?
Christy, I've said it so many times, but start making videos now. You got to learn your cameras and learn editing before you actually really start getting into it.
Right. You can't share your screen, right? I have to do it for you, or can you?
No. I think I could do it. Yeah. Oh, no, you're right. I can share it, but you have to actually put it up.
Okay, I'm putting it up. I'm gonna go see a man about a hearse. I'll be right back.
Sure. Oh, that doesn't help much, does it? So this one, so if anybody, okay, see up in the top right, I don't know if you can read it. It says, there's the prompt: a log cabin in a broadleaf forest with the sun shining through the trees. A mist blows slowly through the trees. A gurgling stream passes beside the cabin. A soft glow of light is emanating from the cabin. If anybody wants to write a prompt in the chat here, I'll just copy and paste it. But you do something like that, like you can make these really simple and just say a cabin in the woods, or you can say a log cabin with the sun shining through the trees, like I have done, and you can put pretty much anything in there, and you can write it really crappily, like I wrote it. Like you're not gonna you're not winning more awards for your writing, right? Just it's almost like point form, and it doesn't always get it right either. Like a mist blows through the tree. I guess there's a mist there on the left. And I actually kind of like how the sun worked on. So the next one I just quickly threw in here. I haven't even looked at this. So very similar, except I added it's wintertime and there's snow on the ground. And it's almost like I want to pause these and just actually kind of look at the detail. Like, check this out. And I've discovered you can also do images on the site, so we can just skip it and images. This is more. This one's kind of like. This is almost the same. Oh, I added slow zoom on the cabin, so you can give camera controls as well, like zoom or pan or I don't know, stationary camera. This one's kind of nice, even though, I mean, yeah, this one's kind of nice. I like it. We need a deck on there or something. But oh, good night, Chris. But yeah, if anybody wants to throw something in the chat here, just take some time and think about it and think what you want to see, and I'll copy and paste that right in. Well, here's some pictures that I generated. In fact, it's the same. Oh, these are kind of nice, actually. It's the same prompt for every picture. Oh, it's the same prompt that I had the first time. So that's not bad. So it's got this logo on here, this Minimax Halo logo. But if I download that, I can download it without the watermark. If anybody actually wants a copy of these pictures. Dauber, I got that. Hold on a sec. Can I just copy it like this? Do you want a picture? And then put, if you want a picture or video. Let's try. It seems to automatically want, if I do an image, it automatically generates 4 pictures, which is kind of neat. Let's go back to this guy. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really nice. Wow. I mean, there are obvious design flaws here, like the steps lead up and there's no opening in the, in the railing, but whatever. Oh, did I miss Destinies? Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, and just say if you want, as I said, just say if you want video or pictures. I'll do pictures for now. The pictures are coming out better than the videos for sure. Oh, this one has the opening in the railing. That was nice. And then the last picture of this series. The sun looks a little weird, like it's like movie style. All right, so this is a log cabin tucked into the hills of the eastern woodlands, a brook tumbling through the nearby ravine. So this was Daubers, all right. And there's four pictures in the series, so that's really nice. I like this one. I'm not quite sure where the smoke is coming from. This one's on fire, but it's beautiful. Look at the water. Whoop. Hold on, we skip. Yeah, look at the water. Looks so real. It's really well done. Look at the leaves on the trees. This is like dream stuff.
I would definitely live there.
That's nice. Yep, I don't. The roof is on fire, but
the roof is definitely on fire.
And this is the last one in Outdoor Dauber series.
Love that.
And then here's Destiny series. Ooh.
Oh, I like the mist coming off the water, early morning. I love those windows.
This is really nice. I love how clear the water is too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's not beaver pond water.
No. Definitely not.
Good job, Destiny. Are you cocktailing?
Yeah, I'm making an old fashioned.
Oh well, yeah. Do your cocktail, and let me grab another drink here.
Okay, I'll solo my picture. So I put my sugar cube in. I put 4 Angostura aromatic bitters, 4 orange bitters. I crunched them up with my muddle. Then I gotta let that. There's my ice cube. It's a little. It's not perfectly clear because it's currently tempering. So I'll let it sit there and temper just a little bit more. Once that is tempered, I will put it in here, and then I will add 2 ounces of. It's not bourbon. It's Tennessee whiskey. Shut up. 2 ounces of whiskey. Actually, you know what? We can just put this in right now. There we go. Give it a quick stir. That's not your bar spoon, I know, but it's because I also have pudding au chômeur, so having a snack. Crispy will be disappointed to know that I did not bring my my ice cube stamp downstairs, so ain't gonna be stamped. No octopus tonight, or letter J. Two ounces of whiskey. Bourbon tonight. Well, Tennessee whiskey tonight, not rye. I'm not super precious about it. Sometimes I'll use rye. Sometimes. Now, what I should have for this is a twist of orange peel, but I'm out of oranges. Cheers. So this is one of my brand new glasses. These are the ones I told you about. That like there's a seam right there. Can you see that seam? So that's not the sign of a really great quality glass, but I'm not going to be precious about it. Oh, I see. So you guys are giving Russell the prompts.
Yeah. So do I.
That's a very classic cabin. Oh, I love that too. That's the same one. No, it's not the same one. The windows are different.
It's very similar. These are all very similar. Oh, that's beautiful.
That's something else. Absolutely.
So that was okay. So we got some more then. Cabin by a beaver pond with 2 black dogs. All right. And away from the city. And then Dauber's got another one, a rustic log cabin framed by the autumnal splendor of the Rocky Mountains. And then tiny cabin on a cliff in the Rocky Mountains overlooking a lake. Oh, the pictures generate a lot faster than... Okay. So here's the... with the black dogs. And the 4-legged rooster. You gotta actually specify probably what... Oh my gosh, that is not far off Willow and Junebug. Wow, that's really not far off Willow and Junebug. Willow's got the upright ears and Junebug's got the floppy ears. That's hilarious. And then we get 5 dogs.
5 dogs.
I like the lake. That's nice.
That's a lot of dogs. Yeah. Clear lake again. So I like that cabin, but I think the kitchen's on fire.
It looks like the dog's head is on fire.
That dog is thinking hard. If I swim out to where the ducks are swimming and I come at them from a tangent of 45 degrees.
At 12 miles an hour. Okay, so this one is a rustic log cabin framed by the autumnal splendor of the Rocky Mountains. I'm not quite getting the Rocky Mountains in that one.
There's mountains back there. They're not rocky.
The cabin's nice.
It is nice.
Here's number 2.
Now that's a rustic cabin.
I really like how well it does the trees.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at this. Can you see my cursor?
Yep.
Look at this tree back here. It's like, I love how it just stuck that one there.
Now, I got a question for you. Does that chimney look like it makes sense to you?
Like it makes sense? In what way?
I kind of feel that if you have that kind of stone chimney, probably coming up from a fireplace, it would probably be sort of on the edge of the roof.
Yeah, it would be on the side of the building or something. Or well, not the side, but the end.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because right now it looks like that goes down into like a fireplace that's freestanding, but kind of in the corner where like a wood stove would be.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can't have a fireplace in the middle of the room, essentially. Or can you? I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with fireplaces. This one has no wood stove or fireplace. But that's better Rocky Mountains there, though.
Yeah.
And the sun looks kind of weird, but...
It looked like that way in the other one, too.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. It's showing the sun peeking. No, the one before that.
Oh, this one, definitely.
Yeah. Autumnal sun poking through the...
Autumnal sun. Ooh, that's cool.
It's very nice.
I like the mountains in the background there.
Yep.
That's nice. Okay, so and then we have... Wait, don't we have one more? Oh, we don't have we don't have the tiny cabin. Okay, I guess it didn't generate because it was full. Cabin in Alaska overlooking a glacier with the bluest of water with massive pine trees. Okay, yeah, we don't have to do anything. Like, you can put anything in there, right? It doesn't have to be a cabin at all. You could say skyscraper if you wanted.
A skyscraper framed by the autumnal forestry in the air.
Right?
Oh, I see the cliffhanger.
Okay, tiny cabin on a cliff in the Rocky Mountains overlooking a lake.
I would not
Beauty.
want to walk out that door. Whoa, 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 whoa.
You walk out there.
Walk out there after a handle of Grant's, Gibson's finest 12.
Shit. What is it?
Fall to your doom.
What's happening on this corner of the cabin here?
Snaggly logs.
That
That is a tiny cabin, though.
Mm-hmm. That looks like maybe a 12 by 14. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice view though.
Yeah.
It does some things really nice, like the sun hitting the water and
yeah.
Yeah,
That one looks like it just got plonked onto that onto that promontory there.
Yeah. There's no support under the one corner,
and that's a very large chimney.
Like interesting. Like if this cabin wasn't in the picture, and the sun looked normal, you'd have a hard time telling that wasn't real.
Yeah, you'd think it's like lake. What the hell is that lake in Alberta called?
Lake Louise, or
yeah, you think it's like
no, it's not Lake Louise. It's
Again, I don't want to walk out that door.
You need some kind of proper railing. There we go.
Nice cabin, actually.
Yeah. Again. Well, there's more of a deck on this one. One more. Yeah, I gotta say that if you took the cabins out of these pictures, you'd have a hard time telling they're not real.
Yep.
Okay, so we got Christie's cabin in Alaska. There we go.
Christmassy. Man, I love it. I like that. I mean, it needs a door, though. I guess the door is around the other side.
I guess this is supposed to be a glacier here. Right? So, cabin in Alaska overlooking a glacier with the bluest of water with massive pine trees. Is that blue? I'm not very good with colors.
No, it's blue. It's like glacier-fed blue. Hey, Beto's here.
Hey, Beto. It is kind of cool that you get the reflection of the mountains or the glacier in the water, which is cool.
Yep.
Did I just say it's cool? And then
it's cool.
Which is cool.
Yes. Nice. Man, the thing is, I would love to live in that place. Although, again, what's with the XXL chimney? Like, how big is that fireplace?
Big. What do you want? It's a big fireplace. Are you gonna not live there just because the fireplace is too big?
Panoramic fireplace. Runs the length of a wall. You got to lay in like full length logs.
You can put Loch Ness Monster on a spit on that sucker because it's so long.
Loch Ness Monster. Because you're gonna burn that thing.
Oh yeah. This one's very similar, but I like the foundation.
Yeah, pile of rocks just waiting to tumble into the lake. But at least it's got a railing on the deck this time.
Yeah, it's nice.
Also nice. Man, AI is getting good at forestry. Like I could almost smell those trees.
Yeah. Those trees on the left there. Oh, like Jesus, I wouldn't know. And look, smoke actually coming out of the chimney.
Out of the chimney, which is nice. Yeah.
This cabin's not on fire. There's just a fire burning in the fireplace. Great. Have we got any more here? Or...
Yeah, I did one.
Oh, you did one?
Yeah,
Where is it?
right before Bidomansky, popping in. Rustic
Oh,
cabin with a wraparound deck next to a lake with a dock and canoes. The cabin is nestled in a spruce forest. Because it's pretty good at
great.
doing pines. I want to see how well it will do with spruces.
Sure. I assume you want pictures and not video.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is an interesting way to do a cabin night.
It's very different, but like in the, it's so many of the cabin pictures we're seeing online are AI anyway.
Yeah.
So does it really matter?
So yeah. So Destiny. I don't know. I don't know if you bought land yet. I know you were looking for land and you're going to build something. Kind of put in the chat here what your ideal cabin, how it's going to look, what kind of forest it's in, all the details of it. Put as many details in as you can. We'll see what comes out.
Okay, so AI is not so great with canoes.
No, but you know what I love about this is this is really nostalgic for me because when I was a kid, going to our cottage in my grandparents' cottage in the Muskoka area, and on weekends, actually pretty much any day we were there, I was up before anybody else, and I'd be out in the canoe on the lake, just paddling around the canoe or the rowboat.
Hmm.
And there's something about, I think I've said this before, there's something about water lapping up against the dock or up against a boat.
Yeah.
It just takes me right back, and it's like, oh my gosh! And I kind of get this feeling looking at this canoe here on the dock. Anyway,
Even though they're weird looking canoes. But I would like to point out that in that previous photo, those are pines. Those are not spruces. So it fails on the trees.
oh, you're right. And one of the trees is kind of in the water here, so that's gonna kill it. But
It's going to die. And it's going to fall on the canoe.
this is
Hopefully not with a child in it.
almost the same picture. The cabin is messed up.
So are the canoes. Look, that canoe is
Yep.
merged with the dock.
Yep. That's
Merged.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that one does look kind of stylish, but what's with the curve on the left side of the window up top there? Also, those canoes are like the kind of thing you see in. What the hell?
I actually like the front of this cabin. I like the windows and the doors. I like how it's put together, and the lights are in the right spot.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Country boy. Apparently, AI doesn't abide by OSHA safety guidelines about fall hazards.
Health and safety. Whatever.
It's like whatever.
Like you have to hop over the railing here to get to the dock, but
And you don't have to hop over it. Look, there are no slats. They're just at the edges. You can just slip right on through.
no, there's something.
Oh,
there.
you think it's plexi or something? It's glass?
There's wires there. I can see wires.
There's wires.
I don't know if you can see it on your screen.
Actually, I like what Outdoor Dauber says. What do you think it would make if you said just Dick Prenicke's cabin?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, hold on here. So this is the last one in your series. Am I losing my voice here? God.
I love how they tuck the canoe under the deck. Like there are no wires or cables or cords in this world.
Picking it. Okay, so hold on. Steve wants to see RV with an outdoor kitchen by a lake with pine trees. Okay. Let me put that one in.
And then let's try Dick Prenicke's cabin.
No, hold on. Jim has Moose Hunter's cabin in a northern Ontario border falls with a birch bark canoe.
Nice. Mark Davidson's On Golden Pond. I saw that movie a few times.
You really want that one? Is that a thing?
I think he's being funny.
Destiny's okay. Here's Destiny's. I think you could come up with more detail than that, Destiny. All right, so here's these are coming through fast.
Yeah.
There's RV with an outdoor kitchen by a lake with pine trees. I don't know. I missed
Oh,
the
the kitchen is sort of stuck up against the side of the RV.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice looking RV. That's a great spot.
Yeah, it's a nice spot.
Good
Might
job,
pull in
Steve.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd pull out there too. Okay.
Um,
Oh,
that's an outdoor kitchen, all right.
that's an outdoor kitchen.
Yeah, that's looking good.
The awning is questionable, but yeah, that's
glamping with the best of them. Yeah.
That's glamping.
That
Go
sure
get some
is.
fish.
Go catch some fish now. Come on now. This one kind of needs some shade.
Still really nice.
Yeah. Oh, people are getting an advert.
What do we do? Do we stop? Do we stop talking?
No, I think it's probably over in like 30 seconds.
I'm okay to stop engaging. Okay. All right. So this one's similar. The awning looks better. But yeah, it's a nice kitchen.
That kitchen looks a little sort of stuck up against. Like, let's just throw it here.
Well,
like the kitchen on the other one with the different awning was like, that's a kitchen for a party, man. Like, look at that kitchen. Look at that kitchen.
It's
actually
got two bar fridges.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a bar fridge and a dishwasher. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, maybe.
It's AI, so I kind of wouldn't put it past it.
Is that all alcohol over there? Because
must be.
I think that's alcohol. There you go, Steve. And then we got Moose Hunter's Cabin in Northern Ontario, boreal forest with a birch bark canoe.
Is that canoe supposed to look like it's got native print on it?
Yes.
Okay. That's a big honking canoe. That's like a Voyageur sized canoe. But it doesn't seem to have any seats in it. Is that also supposed to be also a very large canoe? Although it looks like it's got like aluminium gunnels.
And then there's smoke coming out of something in the bow there.
Just like maybe it's got like a little smoke bomb in the front there.
It's a little weed.
That's a big honking weed. Look at how much smoke's coming off of that. Also, that cabin looks almost derelict.
Could you're like paddle. Yes. Yes. Yeah, the cabin looks like hell. Like time to steam that. So, oops, hit my camera.
Yeah.
Oh! My camera's resetting now. Damn it!
But I can still see you. Or did you freeze?
I'm frozen. Somehow I came back.
I love it. Country Boy says, "Yeah, Haida canoe in the Boreal. That was a hell of a trek." There's Boreal in British Columbia. If you go up north, I just don't think it's near coastal British Columbia. So what you're saying is still legit. Also, nice shape to the bottom of the front of that canoe there. How it sort of comes, whoop. It's like, what's going on there? The canoe's bent out of shape, dude.
Maybe it's more aerodynamic that way.
That might be it. Hydrodynamic.
It's interesting that it wants to put designs on all of these.
Yeah.
And then the Moose Hunter's cabins all look like
derelict.
They're just used.
Look, the living room's on fire. There's smoke coming out of the damned.
Yeah, way to go, Jim.
Half of these cabins are on fire. And Jim, it's your fault because you're the one who. Actually, was this Jim? Yeah.
Yeah. So why does it always want to put designs on this?
Yeah, it's always putting these faux First Nations designs on. It's like, what's going on here?
All right, so now we have wood. Oh, this is Destiny's wood cabin with large windows and a wraparound. Oh no, this is yours, right? Wraparound deck in the boreal forest with a freshwater lake in front of the cabin.
I think that's Destiny. She went more in
What?
detail than I did.
Oh, what was yours?
Mine was also wraparound deck and lake, but mine had a canoe and a dock.
Oh, was that?
This is Destiny's.
Okay.
That one, that cabin looks like something commercial. Like it's a lakeside bar.
Like there's
Or
a big
cock-
sitting area inside that's way bigger than you need for
cocktail
a family.
lounge kind of. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Me too. I'd open a bar in that.
Or like a cocktail bar?
Yeah. Have a jazz quartet in the corner. No, fuck that. A jazz trio in the corner.
Fuck those jazz quartets. We only want 3 people.
Just a trio. A guy with a doghouse bass. A guy on like a snare drum, right? Like just a really small drum kit, and then like a sax player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we don't need no trumpet players.
No. And a jazz trio? No. Okay. We'll put a ska band in the corner just to make Russell happy. I'm trying to do cocktails, and it's like, one step beyond.
Here's okay. So, City Girl and I went to a jazz bar once. Live jazz.
Wait, before you go any further, David Evans is out. Good night, David.
Oh, good night, David.
So you went to a jazz bar.
Yeah, she wanted to really go to a jazz. She wanted to really go to a jazz bar, which I found funny because in high school, like I was in every band there was. I was in a jazz band every year since grade 10. So I did a lot of jazz. But it's not the same as what you'll get with live jazz. She wanted to go to a jazz bar, and we went in there. We're sitting there, we're listening to these guys play, and there was a stand-up bass. There's a trumpet player. He was the main guy, trumpet player. There was obviously drums and piano. I think it was piano. And I swear, every single piece they played was the same. They'd
Really?
start off doing they're all playing this rhythm thing, and then trumpet takes a solo, bass takes a solo, drums take a solo, piano takes a solo, and then they finish off with the same thing they were playing at the start. The next song, exactly the same. They start playing this thing, trumpet plays a solo, drums plays, and I'm like, after about an hour, I was like, okay, I can go. I can leave now because it's all. I mean, they're not bad players, but
after 3 or 4 songs of the same format, it gets a little dull. Christy says no jazz band, no jazz Irish band. Okay, no jazz Irish bands.
All right. Let's do.
I don't want an Irish jazz band. Oh no, she means no jazz Irish band, because then I see that Destiny says yes to Irish band. Okay, fair enough. But then Steve says one redneck and a banjo. And then Mark says, I'm out. Good night, all. Good night, Mark. Everyone say good night to Mark.
Good night, Mark. All right. So where were we here? Yeah. Okay. So that's okay. So we're
so nice.
What happened to Destiny's pictures?
But those are right. Wrapper on deck next to a lake.
What happened to your pictures then?
They're somewhere.
All right, I'll go back and find your comment. You were before the Moose Hunter.
Yeah.
But you were after the. Dang it. I can't find it.
Destiny says one redneck and a banjo is an excellent name for a Netflix show. Shawnee's here, looking at pictures. I was on the phone.
You know what?
Oh, and in fact, Destiny said almost the same thing as me. Oops. What are we waiting on here? What's this prompt? Rustic cabin
So
with a wraparound deck next to a lake with a dock and canoes. The cabin.
that's your
Yeah. Mine was the spruce forest.
yeah. So I put in here a cabin in the forest. A jazz band is playing on the deck, and that's a video.
Okay. We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes.
Shini's, it's the prompt game.
The prompt game. Oh,
Yeah.
Shiny, you've missed so much.
Because Destiny told Shani to put in a description of her dream cabin and that you would make it happen.
Yes, I will make it happen. Happen. I will make it cabin.
So there's a wraparound deck, but that doesn't have canoes or a dock. Oh, so this is still Destiny's prompt.
Yeah, while we're waiting for the other things to generate, I thought I'd pull up some.
Hey, Off-Grid Recon's here. Hold on, let me find.
Yo.
Sorry, I'm late. Better late than never. That's what I always say. I don't always say that.
Something happened here.
I often say that, but not always. Sometimes I say things like "hi," or I'd like a Guinness, please. So Off-Grid, what we're doing is we're entering AI prompts and seeing what kind of cabins it comes up with. Oh my lord, that jazz band is all guitars, and except it looks like somebody was holding a sax in the corner. The guy in the corner, is he holding a sax?
Yeah, this guy too is like, what? What are you doing?
Oh no, there was like a clarinet in the back. Playing jazz to the fishes.
That's fun. It looks like your prompt failed for some reason, so I'm going to put it back in. Oh, it's still there, so try that again.
Another failure for Jesse.
Looks like a mariachi,
mariachi band. It kind of does.
It's like...
And it looks like all their pants are too short. Like the bottom of their pants are all too short.
There's like 5 lead guitars there. 4 lead guitars.
Well, I mean, and the way their hands are moving tells me mariachi band too, right? You know that sort of guitar pattern.
Want to do that one again? Okay, here's Jess's.
There we go. That's getting better. Wrapped in.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good, actually.
That's pretty good. There you go, Jess.
Hmm.
Do you want to... Let's download that one.
Yeah. Let's do it. That was pretty nice too, actually. Although I would like there to be a door in my cabin.
Come on,
the whole ingress egress thing would be complicated going through those windows, especially since it looks like they don't open.
Just if this was offered to you, you're gonna be like, I can't take it. There's no door. Or, no, of course not. You're gonna be like, I'll totally jump through that window. Totally.
I'll just go and borrow a chainsaw from Russell. I'll be with you in a sec.
Totes.
That one's pretty nice.
This is nice, but it's not the same as the first two.
No, because whoever owns this cabin was not clear on the concept of you've got a dock, tie the canoe to the dock.
It's anchored.
But he's got a dock.
It's an anchored canoe. Jump.
You know?
If you could jump from the dock into that canoe and not like fall in the water.
Yeah. Destiny says wood cabin built on stilts in the swamp with a wraparound deck.
All right. We got one more Jess picture here. Oh man, that's nice.
That's very nice. And it makes sense. Like, remember the first ones made off of my prompt were like, what's with these canoes? But these actually look like canoes.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Not too bad. Now, if you were to build a deck, like a dock, not a deck, a dock, because there's a deck and a dock, would you build the dock along the deck like that? Oh, not like that one. Well, like, oops. Would you build a mariachi band into your cabin? Yeah, like along it, or would you stick it out into the lake?
Oh, it a lot depends on the edge, the water's edge. what's happening there and how
Fair.
quickly it falls off from there. And
Speaking of falling off, there could be some stairs, some steps.
okay, hold on. How far back am I going here?
I don't know.
Wood cabin built on stilts and swamp with a wraparound deck. Okay.
Yeah. I like this comment from Off-Grid. The six-finger death punch. AI often gets the wrong amount of fingers. It's so true. Epic truth.
Okay, 6-finger death punch. No, put that in there.
Countryway would live in one of those cabins. And a bagpiper, says Jim.
Okay, Shani, we need a prompt, not just what you would like. So specify
cabin with a greenhouse, lean-to, and an outdoor shower.
Well,
so
that's more than hold on, Shani, give us more than that. In the forest, on the plains.
I was gonna. Whoa! Look at what just appeared. That's like video game level creepy.
That's Deliverance. Way to go. Way to go.
Wow, that's like...
That's Deliverance. And Hellraiser.
And like Silent Hill, but in like Louisiana.
Jess, there's a level in
Left
the game that we play, Left 4 Dead, where it's
the swamp
really
one?
raining and you're the swamp one, exactly. Is that like
I would feel epically unsafe living there.
Zombies, man. That's what we're talking about. Zombies.
Yeah. And the thing is, if I'm living there and I don't have a radio or anything, I wouldn't even know the zombie apocalypse was happening until they were scratching at my windows. I'd be like, what the hell?
If you're living there, you got a gun right beside the door. So
yeah, but I don't know how many rounds I have.
Look at this shit. Holy Christ.
Wow. Oh my God. Did this come from the Twisted Mind of Destiny? Shite. Destiny's like, you're asking for too much, Jess. A door? What next? A roof? Country Boy's like, what? A door and a roof? Whoa, look at that. That's like Adam's family's country home.
There's like stairs leading right into the swamp.
Off-grid recon. Yeah, these are AI generated. We're playing with the AI monster here.
Hold on, I gotta see it. I gotta see Man About a Hearse.
Okay. Country Boy's like, where's the kid with the banjo? Yeah, you know exactly where we're going here. Christy says, how about an Earth ship high in the mountains with the northern lights in the background? I wonder if the AI would know what an Earth ship is. I know what you're talking about, but I wonder if the AI would pick that up. Man, that's a clear ice cube. I do good work. It takes a long time to make those perfectly clear ice cubes, though. Like, I think that was a 34-hour ice cube. So letting it sort of melt in my glass is irritating. Can I show the perfectly clear ice? No. Bum, 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 bum. So do they ever build an Earth ship up in the mountains? I always sort of saw those as like a sort of flat desert kind of thing. I mean, I guess there's no reason why it would have to be in the desert. I'm sure you could build an airship anywhere, right? Excuse me. Oh my God, I'm tired. Oh, after we're done with Christie's, Off-Grid has a great one. Yeah, Off-Grid is like, I'm scared. Go back to the other ones. Woof. Yeah.
I purposely left that one on screen.
I keep expecting to hear like da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum.
I would love to hear it. I would love to hear that.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear zombie screams.
No, me neither. God, look at how creepy that is.
Hey, honey, we're going here for the weekend.
We're going to
But it,
Silent Hill in the swamp.
this reminds me of like the Flintstones when they're like, you have to stay here. If you stay here for a weekend, you'll get $1 million.
If by Flintstones you mean Resident Evil.
Oh, whatever it is. Ooh.
Oh man, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
What else have we got here? Oh, I put in Six Finger Death Punch.
What's that on his shoulder?
I don't know.
What the hell is that? Are those instruments those guys are playing?
I don't know.
Those are like electric bazookies. They're so long. They're too long even to be basses. Whoa, look at his fingers. Yeah, shit.
Wouldn't this be an amazing album cover?
Yeah. Except it looks like they're huge and standing on the crowd.
Yeah.
Six Finger Death Punch is a giant band.
I don't know about that one.
Run for the hills.
Nah, I don't like it. Okay.
Ah, crumbs.
All right. Who have we got here?
How about an Earthship high in the mountains with the northern lights in the background?
Don't say how about an Earthship. Say an Earthship. Okay.
So my question though is the AI going to know what an Earthship is?
Yes, it will.
You think it will?
Oh yeah, it's got the AI has access to the internet. If you can do a Google image search on Earthship, right? And
hold on a second, Kristen. I do not have a blankie on. I have a blanket on. Okay, much more manly, much more adult. And it's got. I used to always, as a kid, I called this icing. You know the soft stuff. Listen to that, because I've got really dry skin. But yeah, I love that stuff. Excuse me. Oh yeah, look at that.
Okay, so here's your
Whoa.
That's not really an Earthship, is it?
It does look cozy in there in comparison with outside, but is that like a midden heap just outside the cabin or something? What's up with that? What's going on there?
Pile it out there. We just pile it out there.
Just throw it out there.
The Northern Lights look really great in this one.
Yeah. So you know what I noticed about Northern Lights?
No, I don't.
So this past August, I'm sitting in an epic hot tub. It's what they call a swim spa. So it's a hot tub you can easily drown in. And I've got a drink. I'm sitting there with like the members of my band and the people who had hired us to play this house concert. We've played their house the past 4 summers in a row. And they got this swim spot, and we're sitting out in the back there, chatting, trying not to fall asleep, having a couple of drinks, and I'm looking up, and there's the Northern Lights are just going nuts right above our heads. And to my naked eye, they look gray. And I took a picture with my camera, and unlike to my naked eye, I could see it happening, but I didn't see any colors. Now, I wasn't wearing my glasses, but I saw no colors. I just saw like gray sheets moving across the sky. And I snapped some pictures on my phone, and the colors that you're seeing here showed up on my phone.
Yes, Jess. The same thing happened to me.
Really?
Yeah, I was in a video. I did a time lapse because Christy said do a time lapse, and I went outside and said, I think I see a little gray, whatever. So I did a time lapse, and it was one of the most amazing time lapses I've ever taken.
Interesting. Huh, okay.
So
I like that.
The White House as an off-grid cabin.
So the White House has solar panels, even though Reagan took them off.
Yeah.
That does look like a nice cabin, though.
Yeah.
Except all of those solar panels are pointed the wrong way. Well, maybe it's afternoon light.
No, you're right, because look at the shadows.
Yeah.
they're all on the north side of the cabin.
Yeah, that's it. Oof. These are nice cabins, though. And they all have... It's weird that they all have solar panels, because like
It's super weird.
Carter put solar panels on top of the White House, and Reagan took them off.
It's super weird.
So somewhere the AI knows that at one point there were solar panels on the roof of the White House. That's a nice cabin, though. Little big, little too big. That one too. Look, solar panels all along the shadowed peak.
They're messed up, but whatever.
Also, but that one also looks more commercial than like a home.
Yeah.
You know?
I like a nice curved deck, though. You rarely see that.
Yeah. Just want to say, but yeah, off-grid recon. That prompt is a work of genius. I mean, this is cool.
So, a one-story cabin in the northern woods of Minnesota with an outdoor kitchen, lean-to greenhouse, outdoor shower, porch, wildflower meadow out from food forest in the back.
And the world's craziest looking picnic table merged with Muskoka chairs.
Okay. But I love the greenhouse attachment there.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
It's a nice looking cabin.
That is wonderful. Okay, that's interesting too.
Weirdness between the greenhouse and that front roof on the porch, though.
It is weirdness, but I still like it. I still like that there's a little greenhouse.
No, I like the fact there's a greenhouse. I also love the absolutely random Muskoka chair just sitting there surrounded by the wildflowers. It's like, that's where I go to sit when I don't want to be surrounded by anybody.
Like,
just me and a beer. Yeah.
I'm mad.
So there. I'm sitting with my flowers in the meadow.
You'd be up there and like, what's Dad doing? He's mad.
Yeah, he's got his handle of Gibson's Finest. He's just sitting there being mad.
Mommy, should I take him another dram?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll wait for a minute.
We'll see how it goes.
I guess there's a bit of a greenhouse attachment there.
That doesn't even count. That's a green outhouse is what that is. It's a nice cabin, though. I mean, like, I like that wraparound action. Well, I mean, look at the size of it. I like the wildflower meadow, although it looks like they've been mowing the lawn behind it.
The setting for this could be a little nicer, I think.
It does look...
It needs more of a view.
Yeah.
Green outhouse.
Whoa, that one's got an outdoor kitchen and the greenhouse, the tiny greenhouse. I'm not going to say it again, but it's there.
It looks like, you ever seen those like toddler kitchens that you can buy from Amazon? There's like the kitchen.
There's one in my kitchen right now. In fact, there has been for 13 years.
That's what that greenhouse looks like. It's like a toddler greenhouse.
Yeah. Yeah. Greenhouse by Fisher Price. This cabin looks nice, but
I kind of like it. Yeah.
I can't figure out what's going on with the windows and is that a door? Like, what's going on there behind the outdoor kitchen / bar area?
Well, don't look too closely. But also, I mean, it's a bungalow. But
it's a bungalow.
Like, if we're gonna get really picky, I don't like the pitch of the roof. You know, if
the pitch of the roof does remind me of Dick Prenicke's cabin. Oh, somebody.
Oh yeah, Dick Prenicke's cabin.
Yeah.
Let me put that in there.
Yeah.
But I mean, if there's no snow in that area, then fine. But if there's snow, how do you spell Prenicke?
Proenneke.
Really, is that right?
Nailed it. After 2 drinks.
Just 2. All right. Underwater cave home.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Wait, who said underwater cave home?
it was.
That looks
Oh,
lovely, and I would probably be terrified to
it
be
was.
there,
It
but
was
it does
Destiny.
look lovely. Destiny, man. Everything Destiny says tonight is scary. Destiny is scary.
I
Look at
can't
that
tell if
cave in the
this
back.
is.
There's evil in there. And
Like,
is that like a swimming pool under the hole in the water?
I feel like you can see the waves at the very top there.
Yeah.
So this is all underwater.
Yeah, it's all
So
underwater. So why is there a
it,
pool?
uh, like SpongeBob SquarePants, right? They can have fires underwater. They can have pools underwater. You know.
Really? I've never seen an
It's like,
episode, so I don't know anything about this.
oh, you've never seen SpongeBob?
No.
Damn, that's a good show.
Is that the one with like 4 hours later? Oh, there's an advert.
I don't know what language that was.
Shawnee says that roof can't handle snow. She's talking about the previous cabin.
Okay, so this here obviously is not underwater,
But then
and
why is it getting those?
don't say evil.
I will not say evil, but I know it is.
No, there's no evil in there.
Come on, look at that dark cave.
That's a grotto.
Okay, look at that dark grotto. I don't
No,
want
that's
my
where fun.
grottos dark. I want to
That's where
put a damn
fun happens.
lantern in there.
Okay.
What
Just
kind of
think of
fun?
it this
Oh,
way. Think of it this way.
I know. What
All
kind
the
of fun.
guys and girls are sitting in a big circle on the sand there, and somebody spins the bottle, right? And then two people go off into the cave and they make out.
Right.
That's the only evil going on in there.
Wait, they only
There might
make
be-
out?
There might be some grabbing and some touching and stuff, but
Stupid spin the bottle.
that's the only evil going on there.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, just accept it.
Jim wanted to see the White House, but he has to go to bed.
But the white.
But look at those light beams coming in. Like it's underwater, and then there's water under the water. Look,
That looks
there's
like-
even waves.
So in this case, there's an actual like curvature to the area, so it's more like the Pillsbury Doughboys. Playboy
Stuff.
Mansion Grotto kind of thing. Go on here. If you ignore that there's waves up there and just take this as it's not underwater. It's not underwater. This is just a hot tub. And you take all the crap out of there because you don't want to be like hot tubbing with barnacles, but it's nice.
Sure.
You're not doing it right.
I just don't look at the man behind the curtain. Don't look at the waves at the top of this picture.
You're not doing it right, Jess.
I'm totally doing it right.
Oh,
I
what
am
happened to
so good.
Dick Prenicky? I put in. Oh, text. Oh, did you see that?
No.
Text content violated community guidelines.
Oh, because Richard Prenicky, for funk's sakes.
Oh, is that it?
Oh,
Jesus.
Jesus, El Savior Christ. How's that from? Shawnee's got another good one. And apparently everybody thought, no, I've never seen SpongeBob. Okay, country boy. I don't watch TV.
Was it just Dick Prenicky or was it Dick Prenicky's
cabin? Richard Prenicky's cabin.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's just going to put a picture of Dick on there. Oh.
It's huge.
Oh, no.
All right.
It's frigid. Yeah, there we go. Dick Prenicky.
So we got pictures of Dick Prenicky.
What is that? What are these tools he's carrying? Is that like a samurai? What? Samurai fishing rod? I mean, what the hell?
I'm about to.
I'm gonna go. I went down to the water.
It's good enough for this beaver.
Where I could. I took this hand tool and I went and I chopped down that mountain.
Ah, shit.
And then I took this hand tool, which was kind of my make-believe paddle.
Oh, oh, wow, that was really fast. Okay, so Dick Prennege's cabin.
That's not what Dick Prenneke's cabin looks like. First of
No,
all, why is the roof always on fire? The
I
roof,
don't know.
the roof is on fire.
You know what? You know what's great though? Like a year from now, we'll do this exact same thing. We'll be generating AI video and pictures, and they'll be way better than they
They'll
are
be
now.
like photorealistic, and we'll be like, "This is terrifying."
And we're like, "Do you remember a year ago when we were sat up late and we were like doing this and
And we were making fun of
there's
Dick Prenneke and all the smoke coming out of the side of the chimneys.
smoke coming out of the roofs and stuff?" We're like, we can't tell if this is real or not. Oh, that's nice. This is
It's very
really
nice.
nice.
It's very nice. It's not Dick Prenneke's cabin though. Like it should have known what Richard Prenneke's cabin looks like because that's out there on the
Yeah.
interwebs.
Wow, that's these two are really similar. Let me.
That
Okay.
bench looked really weird. Shawnee has another one. Family-size cave in the side of a mountain with a fire pit. Spring, fully furnished.
Oh, Dick Frankie's.
I'd say springtime
Because
because otherwise it'll just put a big old spring
Okay.
middle of a chair.
So you can't talk about Dick apparently.
It's just like high school. Can't talk about Dick. Nice little cabin. I like that little cabin. That's that one right before this was a comically small cabin.
Okay, so there you go. So wow, that's really weird. It's got the mountains in the background, a proper canoe.
Drug up on land. It's a pretty nice little cabin.
Is that a spruce tree there?
That
And the
looks like a
water?
cedar to me.
No, that's not.
Or
a cedar.
no, not a cedar.
Spruce.
Norway. No. I would like to wonder why the fireplace is in the middle of the room, though.
Well, maybe right behind the fireplace is the shitter.
Is the bathroom? Yeah, it's possible.
Oh, whoa! Here we go.
There's our family. Wow, Hobbit house.
Wow, that is gorgeous. Look at the and flowing water. Are you serious?
I would totally live there so long as it was during the hot part of the year, but not the hot part of the year with all the bugs.
Oh my god!
So, like, I would totally live there in September/October.
That is crazy cool.
I like that.
That is crazy
Man,
cool.
Shawnee's got the magic tonight, eh? Look at that.
God damn, Johnny, shut up. Like, just don't be
God.
that cool.
Shawnee's too cool. Is there another one? And look at those mountains outside there.
Yes.
Look at that. Shawnee's like, let's rent that and stay there. Yeah.
Can you imagine? You lived here and people would make the trek. And it's like a week-long trek to come and see you.
Yeah.
And they get to ask one question.
One question.
You're like, go ahead. And like, should I marry Elizabeth? And you're like,
sexy name, go for it.
Yes. And they're like, thank you so much, thank you. Yeah. Tears.
Yeah.
You're like, next, $500, please.
Yeah. Should I go to war against the neighboring tribes? You do you, man. You do you. $500, please.
I have a virus that will kill 99% of the population on Earth. Should I release it?
Go forth and be fruitful.
Why not? Just go far away before you do it.
Yeah. I think the first one is the nicest, but this one, like, it's got a door, so at least you can get inside somewhere when it gets cold outside. But still, look at those mountains outside.
I assume that all of these have an inside.
Oh, so this is like this house's version of a deck. Hello, welcome to Tom Bombadil's house.
This is my favorite.
Man, mine too.
But
Love it
because It also has the running water going through here, so you're splashing water on yourself, and you're
You're,
heating
you're
up by the fire.
you're pissing into running water, so you don't have to worry about flushing.
Yeah, because nobody cares about who's downstream, right?
Nobody ever does. Destiny says floating home on Lake Louise.
Mm. All right, all right. These have been my favorite so far.
Yeah, those are really
these
nice.
caves.
Those are like
Uh,
Jackson movie kind of cool. Like,
yeah, you're right. Like bring on the hobbits.
yeah, bring on the Hobbits. Smeagol, go home.
Smeagol, fuck off, man.
Go home. Leave the ring. Go home.
Smeagol, like cabin.
Precious. Stop. Boodity boop boom. Bam bam. So what we're waiting for right now is floating home on Lake Louise. So
Yeah,
does AI know what Lake Louise is?
It must.
Should. It should.
It must.
It did a piss poor job on Dick Prenike's cabin though. Well, the water is the right color. The mountains look right. The cabin is not. Is it floating or is that on pontoons?
Gosh, it looks like it might be on one pontoon.
If that's a floating cabin, it ran aground.
Well,
Still nice though. Still really nice. Could you imagine
tide-
waking up to that view? There's no tides in Lake Louise.
Yeah, sure. I
It's
mean, grab your
Alberta.
coffee, walk outside, sit in a chair, and go, damn. I
Damn.
wish I was in downtown Toronto right now. Oh,
Well,
this
that's
one is
floating.
definitely a floating home.
Too bad it's got no boats.
What do you need a boat for? The thing is a boat.
Oh, you think it just motors to shore whenever you got to go and buy groceries? Whenever you need to go and buy a submarine?
Yeah.
I mean, you could use a submarine to get to the cabin, actually.
Well, you could. So I got a buddy who owns a cottage, and he's got this great big floating dock.
Yep.
And he'll every now and then he just takes a motor, like a regular outboard motor, slams it on this dock, straps it down, and then he just motors around the lake with this huge dock.
On the dock?
Yeah, the floating dock, like he just motors around the lake.
Okay.
And this one time he had this band, 11-piece band known as the Jugheads, I think. You can look them up. The Jugheads are like 11 guys, and they were all playing locally at in Huntsville, maybe. But they all came out to visit. They all got on this dock. He put the motor on. They're buzzing around this small little lake, and they're all playing their instruments.
Did this end hilariously, or I was sure you were going to say like they sunk or some damn thing.
No, of course not. But they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't have done it. But
Shawnee wants to see a food forest island off of Alaska with a stone cabin, floating dock, and a wildlife.
all right. Hold on.
It's pretty nice. I mean, it ain't floating. It ran aground, but it's still a nice little cabin. Needs a chimney though, because I don't want electric floorboard heating in my cabin.
Okay, that's fair.
There's a couple of other floating cabins there. Look at that one.
Oh, we looked at them all.
Did we?
Nope. Oh, we didn't see that one. My bad.
That one's nice. Nice. Also nice.
I guess we didn't see that one either.
That one's okay. So that one's floating, but it's attached to the shore via that dock behind it. Okay, that makes sense.
We saw that one.
Yeah.
I started at the wrong end. Okay.
Damn it.
So
Wrong
here's
end.
your food forest island off of Alaska with a stone cabin, floating dock, and wildlife.
Are those edible berries in the fort? No, those are flowers.
Other than the lack of wildlife,
or the food forest. I mean, it's just a forest.
Yeah.
Still a nice little.
Northern Lights.
Yeah, still a very nice little piece of land. A very nice little piece of water. You need some canoes on that dock, though.
Oh yeah, I mean the water is really nice there.
It looks really cozy inside. That one looks a little more foreboding, especially because, like, it's okay. We can swim to the dock,
Or jump.
or really like running jump.
And it's got a green roof on it too.
It does have a green roof. Very eco of it, and like loving the forest. Little boreal action there. Same flowers
Totally,
out the front
it's totally stupid boreal. We've got a couple of witches in the air.
in the
Flying
air,
around,
flying around. Yeah, yeah.
but
Because
whatever.
that's the only way you can get from the cabin to the dock.
And probably to the mainland, but whatever.
Very nice again. Looks cozy inside.
Okay, so there's your proper dock. It extends out into the lake instead of just beside the deck.
Dock it.
Dock it.
That cabin does need a chimney, but aside from that, it looks very cozy in there. Because it looks very cool outside. It looks like wow.
Yeah. So this is pretty much the same.
It's
Green
funny
roofing.
that the dock goes almost directly into the opposite shore, though. It's like, I'm going to build me a dock. Are you sure you really? I'm building me a dock. Okay, just do you.
Yeah, it's almost touch and cure. Do you want to build a little bit further? It'll be a bridge.
No. Put it right there. You're the boss. Christy says, also, everyone needs to send Russell a selfie because he's going to put together a Books Fest bounce video. Right, Russell?
Oh, the bounce video.
Is this something you guys have talked about? Apparently, Destiny says, my verbal shade is on fleek tonight.
We got
That's Marcel kissing the window,
doing the kiss face. She obviously has lip injections.
Such a bitchy comment.
And then we have
you guys like really skating on a.
I know it's a bit weird.
Yeah, this looks like AI.
Me and Al. It's all AI, of course. I turn into Gordon Ramsay here,
and
so
everything.
Here's Dave. David.
What the fuck is going on?
Fighting a bear. Oops.
With the chainsaw, that is the world's dullest chainsaw. It's okay. It's my imaginary bear. It popped out of my pocket. Wow, that's really weird.
We were doing this one night, and you were. I don't know. You were.
The hell? Is that like the Cheshire Cat? But he's like, wait,
Where's
what the hell's going
on? Oh yeah. Some of this stuff is hilarious. I'm trying to find the bounce video.
What the hell's a bounce video?
I'll know when we get there. Oh, mermaids.
Fuck, I didn't know they could stand on those tails.
Why wouldn't they be able to?
Because they're tails. Nice cabin.
No, that's not the bounce video. We're getting there, though. We're coming closer.
Shawnee has another what do you call it? Oh,
I love this one. Look at the acrobatics.
Yeah, look at what the hell's going on? My back. My goddamn back. It's twisted all out of shape.
Oh, the owl ones are wonderful.
This owl's giving me a hug. That's a big honking owl.
Somehow I missed the bounce one. Anyway.
Shawnee says herbal apothecary, cabin selling bouquets with an inviting outdoor seating area, fire pit, and a lemonade stand.
Oh, I doubt that she said fuck in the middle of that, but sure.
It's because I blew apothecary.
Yeah, that's nice. Let me grab something.
Now, when you say you're going to grab something, never mind.
Get my drink.
I said billy bip boo. Shoni asks how much this service costs. I have no idea. Here's the thing about the AI, though, is that every prompt costs the company more than they charge. So, for Chat GPT, and I think it was 2024, spent $9 billion and lost $5.
$100 a month is what I'm paying. Okay, here's your herbal apothecary with a smoking roof.
So it's a herbal garden, right, full of apothecarious herbs, because medicinal herbs.
Take the comment off the screen.
No, because it's the it's the thing. And there was that like a cider on the. Oh no, that's the lemonade stand.
Oh, that's nice.
That one actually looks much nicer. Yeah.
This is nice.
And it's actually got a proper chimney for once. It's not in the middle of the road of the room, although it is right next to the front door. Would you call that a poor placement?
Probably not the best, but you never know. You know what's going on.
I never know, but I have a suspicion. Nice little lemonade stand. That lemonade needs a little vodka in it. Nice little fire pit. Although it does kind of look like they just dropped it there. That's a better fire pit for sure in this kind of.
Oh yeah,
that's a nice cabin. Although it does kind of look like a boutique.
It's a bit weird, but I'll go with it's nice.
Welcome to my boutique out in the middle of the enchanted forest.
You know, there should be okay. Let's.
That one looks like a Chinese medicine boutique out in the middle of the forest. That
we are Chinese, if you please. Okay. There. Okay.
Destiny's got a good one.
There is an outdoor cocktail making bar. So outdoor cocktail bar.
Cocktail bar.
There is a Japanese. No, what do they call the people who make cocktails?
Bartenders?
No.
Oh, mixologist.
Mixologist. Just see what it comes up with. Okay, was there another one that I missed?
Destiny just put Hobbit home in the forest during a winter storm.
Nice. I love the image generator. It's so much faster than the video generator.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's 11:30. Okay, this is the last one. Then I got to go to bed. I have to leave hyper early tomorrow for school, for work.
Yeah, one more. So there you go. There's the Japanese mixologist.
Is that like Hiroyasu Kayama?
Yes.
That's got to be him.
Look at it. Look at the scene, though. That's beautiful. Like that's like you're inviting your friends over and like, okay, everybody sit comfortably. I'm making some fucking cocktails.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, but what's with the ferns on the roof? Shut up! I'm making cocktails. Look here. Don't look at the roof. Don't look at the roof. Look right here. Look, I'm gonna do them Japanese style.
Yeah, like those aren't the friends you're looking for.
These are these aren't the friends we're looking for. You may go about your way. Go about your way. Move along. Move along. There he
Okay,
is,
so this
looking at the window of his at the
this
door of his bar.
so this looks like an actual apothecary.
Apothecary.
Apothecary. I'll get it right.
There's been
Apothecary.
booze happening tonight. So nice though.
There has been a little. Can you imagine just sitting there and around the fire and mixologist going, "Okay, try this."
Here's something I'm working on.
Damn. This. You should be working on this.
Yeah. So nice. I like the candles on the seat. What an excellent
Imagine,
idea. Some guy
imagine,
comes staggering out after 3 cocktails and sits on a candle.
just imagine, like you've got 100 acres. You build a bunch of cabins, the like ones we've seen tonight, and like Airbnbs, and you're like, at 8 o'clock, you all come to the apothecary, and the mixologist will make cocktails, and they're all
Yeah.
sitting around the fire, talking quietly, drinking cocktails.
And like you come up with a menu of 4 different cocktails. Like you're not going to do a full, what would you like? Can you make me a Manhattan? No, you're going to like tonight's cocktails are a
Well,
maple
it
syrup
would
old
be
fashioned, a
what you would do, Jess, is like, okay, if this week of this month it's going to be sweet cocktails, and then this week of this month it's going to be sour cocktails, or maybe like rum cocktails, or maybe, you know what I mean.
yeah.
So everybody's online.
Everybody's with the program.
Is that was that the first picture I showed?
Yeah.
Am I going the wrong way?
Yeah, you're going the wrong way.
Okay. Oh,
There
this
he
is
is,
interesting.
mixing up some drinks in front of his very commercial looking. That looks like one of those. So in old Montreal, there's a shop that's a Christmas shop. It's not only open during Christmas; it's open year round, but they sell Christmas decorations and stuff. And this reminds me of that shop because it's got like, I mean, if you go in, it's a shop, but they've decorated it to have that sort of Victorian Christmas feel to it.
Yeah.
This kind of has that, except with a fire pit that someone's going to fall into stepping back from that bar.
Yeah, the fire pit needs like a let's go back to the previous picture.
I like that one actually.
And the previous
That
picture.
one, yeah.
So I mean, these chairs around it, like that should be the focus of people sitting and enjoying their cocktails. That should be the focus. So like, right, the chairs should
And
all
I
be
mean,
around it.
the true magic here is the fact that you can have a fire burning in the fire pit, but miraculously the smoke is coming out of the bar top.
That guy's on fire.
He's on fire. This bartender's on fire. I like it. I like the fact that there's plants growing straight out of the wall.
So that's the last picture in the series. I mean, we can generate more and see what comes up.
Well, Destiny asks for a hobbit home in the forest during a winter storm, but Shawnee wants to hear about the 4 cocktail menu. Wow.
So this is the hobbit home in the forest and the snow, and the pictures look like they're all the same.
It's the same house, but on vacation. And here he is in the northern forest, and here he is in the southern forest.
Well, a better prompt might be from inside the hobbit home, looking through a nice living space through windows into a wonderland kind of thing.
Yep. Oh no, Destiny's out.
What?
Destiny's gone. She's out.
That's silly. Where are you going?
Well, it is 23:35. I mean, I am way late for bed.
Okay, so whoa. Herbal apothecary zone because okay, so that's one of the best things you can do though is like expand on a prompt. So herbal apothecary cabin selling bouquets with an inviting outdoor seating area fire, but let's expand on that. There's a Japanese mixologist.
I got to see my amount of better rehearsal. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go. There's a Japanese mixologist, or Chinese, or we can change the mixologist. But what else can we put there? The scene. Okay, the scene is lakeside with mountains in the background. Crap. Ground. Oh my god. Christy, what is it like 9:37 there? Come on. Come on, woman. It's a rare Tuesday when I'm here. Come on. Oh, you put the pizza in. Put the pizza in the oven. All right, you're good for a bit. I get it. All right, so we got this is not what I was expecting. This is unexpected. Oh, okay. Maybe this is more like just up Jess's butt aisle. Up Jess's. Oh, look at these. Okay. I kind of need to feed Jess's picture into these, so it's Jess behind the bar, not just a Japanese dude. You know what's interesting? In so many of these pictures tonight, the sun is in the foreground instead of behind us, right? It's kind of weird. 8:37, but I got a pinched nerve in my neck, and I just took a muscle relaxer. Flying with a pinched nerve would suck. Yeah.
Wasted opportunity. I should have said, was it? Oh no, what was it that Mal used to say? Trial version before coming on.
Oh, trial version. Yes.
You remember that?
She did it so well. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that looks nice.
That live stream was classic.
Yeah.
Trial version. And
Trial version.
Okay. We're like, I think that's coming from you, buddy. Oh, I don't think so. Trial version. Yeah, we're pretty sure
That's coming from you.
And then Mallow came in. God, that's classic. That's classic Rainaz Bushcraft live stream.
Yep.
Yeah, so
that looks nice.
It's a bar actually, right? So
it's
this
a bar.
is like just as a bar and tea room.
Bar and tea room.
Disgusting. Okay, what about this one? Is this better than the last one?
I don't know if it's better. Go back.
What do you mean go back?
Go back to the other one. I like that one better.
There's stools.
Yeah.
I mean, stools, not stools.
Nice warm light behind the bar. If you go to the other one, the one that you were just at.
Hold on. And let's look at the sitting area. There's a nice table there.
Nice table.
There's a weird bench.
Funky chair at the front there.
Okay,
yeah.
Here we go. All right, here we go.
And go. It's still pretty nice, actually.
Nice seating area.
Nice
bench
seating.
with flowers growing in it.
Funny little stools at a tiny little table full of flowers.
Okay. So this will be the deciding factor. The view.
That's a good view.
I will say that the view will be the deciding factor. Okay, between this and this.
I don't know.
This is better. This is the better view. You take the sun out of this picture, and there are beautiful mountains.
You know what I think it is? This is golden hour, late spring day, right? If you go to the other one,
the
other one seems colder.
My finger's really tired of clicking.
Well, this just seems like
No, but
this is like 10 degrees out. They're both so
mm,
nice, though.
I don't know.
Like, let's face it. Would you not
let's
want to
do a
have an old
poll.
fashioned at one of these places?
Let's do a poll.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta get. Oops.
So the first option is bearded man. What the hell? We've got Japanese guy and bearded man. Those are our two choices. Bearded man looking out like I could have been an actor, and then Japanese guy like, damn, that sun is bright.
Japanese bartender in the golden hour versus, what was it? Bearded man saying what?
Bearded man saying I could have been an actor.
And I say pound. Nope. Start poll. Start poll.
Woo.
Must contain between 1 and 35 characters. Yes. Start the fucking poll. Oh, hold on.
This, I'm drawn to this bearded guy because he's looking out like I could have been Keanu Reeves. He's like, I could have been that guy.
Hold on a second. It's giving me trouble.
Wasn't there a song about that? Piano Man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Piano Man. You know, the guy who sang Piano Man. He's pretty cool. He did some songs and stuff.
He did make.
No, don't do a both. Don't do a both.
I'm not doing both.
God, if you say both.
No, I'm trying to cut them both down to under 35 characters. There we go.
No, I'm just saying if you say the word both like 10 times, it starts to lose meaning. Both.
You say it 3 times. Both Russell and Jesse appear.
Shit. How did I get just Russell to appear?
So Billy Joel originally sang that song, but I believe that Squidjigger does a very good version of that song.
Squidward?
What? Piano Man, although we call it Fiddle Guy.
Yeah, I know the song, but who
plays the song? You're the fiddle guy.
Version?
We do.
Oh! I thought it was a
fiddle guy. Because we don't have a piano.
No, I get it.
Billy Joel, by the way, did not allow us to record that.
Why not?
People need to vote. There's only 7 people still here. So far, 100% of people say Japanese bartender, but that's because there's only like, what, 1 vote? 2 votes. Shawnee in the house. Kristen in the house. Shawnee and Kristen in the house. Jesse in the house. Russell not in the house right now. What's with this house? I did not vote. Why would I vote in my own poll? In fact, it will not allow me to vote. What? Because it knows that I'm the one who put the poll up. Oh, the 4 cocktail. Okay. So, all right, Shawnee, let's pretend that I'm the bartender. And say it's a revolving cocktail menu, okay? But on any given day, or maybe any given week, week, doesn't really matter. At any given time, there are 4 cocktails on the menu. What I would do is one that's sweet, one that's boozy, like alcohol, like high octane, One kind of maybe tiki. I do not like tiki, but a lot of people do. And then one that's a sour. Okay. Christy says that is stupid. What is stupid? Oh, that I can't vote for my own. Yeah, that is silliness. But anyways, what else? All right. So Shawnee says the 4 cocktails. So what we'll do on this night of nights is okay. I'm rethinking how we're going to organize this. It'll be a whiskey cocktail, a gin cocktail, a vodka cocktail, and like a tequila or mezcal, whichever. And to remove a cop out, I will not allow the whiskey cocktail to be an old fashioned, because that's just too obvious. So for the whiskey cocktail, we'll make it a. I'm going to write this down. So for the whiskey cocktail, it's going to be a paper plane, because I was dying for one tonight. But my Amaro Nonino is upstairs. Gin cocktail on this week will be and I won't allow myself to choose my own original cocktails, okay? Would it be a cop-out if I just said like a gin martini? Yeah, I think that would be like a Gibson or whatever. So what's another good gin cocktail to have sort of as a like a kind of a quasi upper crust? Either a Negroni, because that would take the old fashioned place, because it's a riff on an old fashioned, but it's gin. Or a French 75. Let's call it a Negroni. I'm going to write that down. Gin cocktail is a Negroni. For the tequila cocktail, it's got to be a margarita. No. Maybe it doesn't have to be a margarita. I do like a margarita, though. Do I want to do margarita or mezcal? I mean, do I want to do tequila or mezcal? Let's call it tequila, just because. I'm trying to think. I would love to do a Paloma, but I can't drink a Paloma because it's got grapefruit in it. But I do love a Paloma conceptually, because I love grapefruit. I miss grapefruit like you guys would not believe. But stupid meds. So let's say the tequila cocktail will be a Paloma, just because Jesse can't have it, so he desires it like you wouldn't believe. So far I have done a whiskey cocktail, a gin, and a tequila. Something vodka. I'm vodka averse, guys, so I don't know what to choose. No, let's do a rum cocktail. Let's do a rum cocktail, because that'll bring us some sweet, right? Because a lot of these are very sort of citrusy. I'm going to look them up, though, because I'm not sure what, because, let's have a daiquiri, let's have a rum and coke, let's have a daiquiri. Let's see if we can find something interesting. Do you like pina coladas? Here's something called a rum runner. Originates from the Prohibition era, when bootleggers would, quite literally, run liquor across state lines to speakeasy. Let me see what's in that.
So these pictures are Steve talking about rum and stuff. Steve would want a rum drink. I'm good with any other alcohol, is what I put in.
I like this rum runner idea. So there you go. So there's the 4 cocktails. The rum is the rum runner, which is dark rum and light rum, split base, 1 ounce of each. An ounce of banana liqueur, an ounce of blackberry liqueur, an ounce and a half of penny apple juice, half ounce of lime juice, splash of grenadine, pineapple wedge for garnish, blackberries for garnish. It's like there's so much going on. I'm freaking out. What's this, Kevin?
You seen this picture?
Nice. I'd love to live next to that waterfall. The roar of the waterfall in my ears as I'm trying to fall asleep. It would lull me to sleep.
Might be a little loud.
Might be. But you get used to it. Guys, it's 11:51. In 9 minutes, I'm shutting this thing down, no matter what. Okay, so I'm gonna shut down the poll. By the way,
You've got 9 minutes to give me really good cabin ideas.
Truth. In the meantime, the Japanese bartender Golden Hour with 66% of the votes, and the beard who says I could have been an actor is 33% of the votes. We had 3 votes though. Oh, I love that. So nice. I love how the steps go down to nothing. Because like, you get down to that rock and you jump?
Yeah,
break your leg on the rocks below.
You dive in, pretty much.
I wouldn't dive in there. It's all rocks.
Come on, it's 10 feet deep there.
Smash your nose.
It's just 10 feet deep.
Drops off like a cliff.
It's 10 feet deep there. Come on, positivity.
Okay, I'll freeze in that water. I'm positive I will.
Oh my God, you just don't be a negative, Jess. Don't be a negative Jess.
Don't be a negative Jess.
I put you into you're a thing now.
Apparently I'm a thing now. I do negativity like most people breathe. It ain't exactly out of my way. Apparently
you're gonna dive in there and you're gonna swim over to the waterfall and you're just gonna Hail Mary.
Yeah. Apparently everyone was on board with not doing the vodka but doing rum instead.
Okay, here we go. Thank you for a fun and wonderful live tonight. The AI cabin suggestions rocked. I love you all. Bonsoir, bisous.
What's wrong with her thumbs? Her thumb.
Don't count the thumbs.
Okay.
Never
the
count the thumbs. Never count the thumbs or the fingers.
Stained glass. Nice. Classy joint. Looks like a dance bar with also looks like. So is that a dance bar or like stormtroopers getting blown up in the background? Oh, and what's with the AI guys doing? Like
people with VR on.
It's like, you guys are cool and everything, but I'd rather be in the metaverse.
You look so much better on VR.
I like you as a bunch of bouncing polygons. What's that guy wearing? What's with all the screens? It's a log cabin with screens.
Okay, the text is thanks is Corona Land. Media L.
Welcome to our orbiting log cabin. If you hear a hiss, plug everything.
Bar on a space station. Bar on a space station. How about that?
With Dabo girls. Okay, go.
Dabo?
What's Dabo girls? I was from Deep Space Nine.
No,
we don't need the Dabo girls. I was just being an arse.
How do you spell Dabo?
I don't know. D-A-B-B-O? D-A-B-O? Probably D-A-B-O.
Okay. Girls.
I know. We don't need the Dabo girls.
Oh, dancing girls.
We don't need the.
Why not?
Because a space bar is exotic enough. Ain't you ever been to Tashi Station? Or Mos Eisley? It's a villainous hub of.
I'm a simple man.
I'm a simple man with a simple plan.
Okay, so here we go. Bar on a space station.
It's pretty nice, actually. I would love that view.
Damn, look at that. Like, that's... Can you imagine just, like, rotating Earth and, like...
I'd spend all my time sitting at that window.
I'd like another drink. And they're like, we have to get you off. And you're like, okay.
But
I don't have to leave, though, right?
I don't have to drink anymore, but I ain't leaving. Same deal. It's a nice view.
Nice.
I'd sit there feeling all poetical.
Same thing. Like, goddamn, why are all these pictures very similar? What is that guy so interested in? God,
he's staring into his drink. He's just been left by his beautiful Martian bride. She's gone off with a Tellarite.
Martian bride. Okay, so here we go. Bar in a space station with dancing girls.
They're not floating.
So did the Ebu float?
Nobody knows. It's a mystery.
No, your Ebu or
Dabo girls. It's just Dabo is a game with a table and the girls like it's like not that I know anything about Star Trek.
All right, these are very similar. Okay, I have to put in. Okay, hold on.
That last one looked like it was Beyonce doing a who rules the world? Girls.
Yeah, I got to put this in with dancing. Oh, Jesus.
We've already done the dancing girls.
Floating dancing.
We don't need the dancing girls. I was just being a great big jerk.
No. What? I don't care if you're a jerk. Okay, so here's.
That's so beautiful, man. Got a hammock. Got a something out front. What the funk is going on there?
Maybe a outdoor kitchen.
Like outdoor atomic kitchen.
Don't look too closely. Okay, so
pretty nice.
That hammock looks like you'll die if you try and get
into it. You'll have to jump into the hammock.
And then die.
And hope for the best. How do you get... Whoa. Good thing I'm not jumping for a hammock off of this house. Nice place, though. Just me and the baboons up in the top of the trees.
The baboons.
This one's got like a outdoor kitchen, which is nice. And a hammock, which is nice.
Some hammocks.
And a deck, which is nice. And a cabin, which is nice. And a metal roof, which is nice. We got dancing girls floating around. Christy says, do you know why Darth Vader was called Lord Vader? It was because if they called him Master Vader, the stormtroopers all laughed. Oh, Christy.
Christy, don't do it. I'm gonna
too late. She done it.
No. Okay, so I'm creating videos.
The final countdown. Oh, Christy's out. I should be out. It's 23:59. We got 1 minute.
Christy, we're ending soon. Don't go.
She done. She gone.
Don't go away.
She's smarter than us.
No, she's not. It's Christy. Shit. Shawnee's got one here.
She's got a good one there. But I'm shutting her down in a minute. So.
No, you're not. We have to
share that on the Discord.
This.
I gotta go to bed. Something wasn't working.
Whoa! What the
hell's re-edit?
That one didn't work.
Oh, Christy's still here.
No, you can't. You can't just leave us.
I got it.
Wow.
I got to be at work in the morning.
This thing does not like floating dancing girls.
But who wouldn't like floating dancing girls? What?
Well, I don't know. A bunch of them failed. Like, what the fuck? All right, so a cabin built into volcanic rock with geothermal energy for heating natural hot springs out front. Damn.
Well, that is technically what that is. I don't like the cabin, though. And I love how the front door opens right into volcanic rock.
Can't be picky.
This has an Icelandic feel to it.
That looks like a natural hot tub.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not looking for 3rd-degree burns, but
I was going to say, joke's on you if it's like a seriously hot, like, yay, I'm diving in, floomp, and all your skin is suddenly burnt to a crisp. Nothing left you but bone.
Okay, I can't feel anything anymore.
It's okay. I have life insurance. I like that. I like that too, actually. Although, wow, that's some bubbling. That's boiling water.
That's broiling.
like, don't touch the water. Why not? My hand's gone. Wall of windows, as Johnny says. I love a nice wall of windows.
Why won't it give me a bar in a space station with floating dancing girls? Why won't it give that to me?
Because it's afraid you're looking for something X-rated. Look, guys, it's 12:01, so I suggest that Russell shares the rest of these images on the Discord, because I gotta go to bed. I'm out.
Just like just wait for these two here. 2 minutes.
But they're at like 68%. Okay, we'll wait for these two.
Yeah, but now they're more than 68%. Well, one of them is. 2 minutes. Oh, that Jess. You can do it.
I'll give it 2 minutes, but I'm gonna regret this in the morning. Oh, it is the morning.
Yeah, but here's the way I look at things.
Are we waiting for 82% for you to tell us how you look at things?
No, did you see that? That look is how I look at things.
No, I didn't see that. I was far too busy.
Okay, here, I'll do it again. I'll be closer to the camera.
And go. I also look at things with my eyes. Oh, look at that. Whoa!
Okay,
that's creepy.
Here's the first one.
That's some Harry Potter-esque shit.
That's cool. Come on, that's cool.
So
okay, here's the second one.
The uncanny valley is real. Oh my god. They're like lacy stormtroopers.
Oh my god. Am I dreaming? I think I might be dreaming.
So weird.
Man, I love it. This is how you lucid dream. You question reality.
Is that how?
All right. Now you can go.
All right.
If you want. I mean,
to all who are still generating. To all 5 of you people who are still here, I say thanks for hanging with us to the bitter end. Until next week, I say, as I always do,
wait, switch to the other screen where we're side by side.
All right. The hell?
Almost.
So between now and next week, to everybody still, hi Christy, you're still here. Well, we're out. Between now and next Tuesday, everybody, please, for land's sakes, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, and be kind to one another.
And be soup. Oops, sorry.